Hey gamers, welcome back to another episode of Following Lucha. This is a podcast where we watch an episode of Following. Wait,
No.
no,
How?
no,
Man,
how?
it's always
How
something.
did it happen?
How did
Well,
You're
it's
throwing.
okay. I'm not throwing.
Yeah,
dude.
you are.
This is a podcast where we watch an episode of Lucha Underground, and then we discuss the lore of it, and then we talk about the week news of.
Hold
of
on.
what
Let me
happened.
do your job for you, Steven,
then-
okay? Let me do
Okay.
your job for you and do it better. This is Following Lucha, podcast. Podcast. We are the lore keepers of Lucha Underground. Like you said, we watch an episode of Lucha Underground every week. We recap it. We discuss the lore. We keep the lore. And then we also talk about what was going on in the rest of the world of wrestling that week when the episode of Lucha Underground took place. We do some current events. We do all kinds of stuff. But no current events this week, guys.
What?
No, we're
Why?
gonna be at
Why?
WrestleMania. And so
What?
if we were to do
That's
current
crazy.
events, the events wouldn't be current by the time this podcast goes up.
I mean, there are
So-
some current events I think are really stupid, like yesterday when
What
it
hap-
happened on Raw.
I would love to
wanna
talk
talk
about the
about
fact
that for
that
a second?
that Ricochet has lost 3 matches in a row on 2 episodes of television in the same 4 days. You know, that's pretty cool. Intercontinental champion
for
Ricochet.
him.
Yeah.
Good current champion.
Current champion, current Intercontinental champion heading into WrestleMania. But he doesn't have a match, so I guess it doesn't matter. So that's
Oh, he's at
cool.
WrestleMania SmackDown. It's okay.
Oh, sure. Is he in the
He's on
Andre?
WrestleMania SmackDown, my favorite show.
Wow, that's so awesome. That's so awesome.
Mhm.
I'm so glad our boy Ricochet is doing so well, Steven.
Let's go, Trev.
Let's go.
Let's go.
What other story? Was that the only one you were talking about?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, did you see that Brock Lesnar's voice cracked? It was
Oh my
pretty
God.
good.
Oh wait, no, there's one. The Seth storyline. Like the whole month,
Oh.
right? Seth's been
Mhm.
like, hey guys, I don't have a match at WrestleMania, so I got a plan for this night. And then like his plan never works, right?
No.
So for this week of Raw, he's like, hey Vince, I'm gonna go to your office. I want to have a match. And then Vince like,
That's
"Yo,
not how it happened.
That's
Seth
how it
Rollins
happened.
got a text out of the middle of nowhere saying it was from
Yeah.
Vince McMahon. It said, "Oh, Seth,
Come on
to my office." And then so he got invited to Vince's office on Monday morning. You have to understand. So Seth thought he was gonna get fired,
Right.
but then Vince was like, "Well, goddamn pal.
all
Why
that
didn't you just
month-
fucking ask me for a match, dude? Like, come on. Why'd you have to go on television and be such a dick to everyone? Just
Dude,
ask
the
me."
month was just a waste. There was no reward for long-term viewers of the month.
I mean, it was just
And then
theoretically.
they had the almost. But the weird part is the next segment almost comes out like, yo, I want a match for WrestleMania.
Almost walked into
And
Vince's
he just
office right
gets it.
afterwards.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah,
that's
no,
what
the story makes no sense, but it's also WWE, Steven. I don't know when stories have ever made sense, so I'm
Forever.
beyond the point of criticizing or feeling upset when they don't, you know?
Right.
At 21 years of age, I can't sit here and seriously be like, the Seth Rollins storyline didn't make sense. The man in the...
I am so mad. I was forced to watch Raw and it was so bad. I spent 3 hours of my life watching this. That's what lots of people sound like on Reddit.
Is that
when I
so?
read
That's what we
threads,
sound
yeah.
like too, to be fair. That's what
To
we
be fair,
sound
yeah.
like.
I
I
wasted so much of my life watching this show. It's so bad.
I love
It's so
wrestling.
bad.
That's why I have a wrestling podcast. So
You don't.
What?
You don't like wrestling.
What the fuck,
You
Steven?
don't, you're not the Royal family.
Either way, I'm not interested in current events in wrestling right now because again, this is all going to be irrelevant because this podcast goes up after WrestleMania has already happened. It's not going to
way.
matter, okay? But I do want to know what the current events
Yeah.
in your personal life, Steven, because I hear things have been
Personal life?
rough. Yeah.
Dude, I'm having such a crap day today, man.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh. Like for the past 2 nights, I just can't sleep, right?
Cool.
So I've been doing all-nighters, which is really cool. So
Oh.
I've just been studying for my exam for today.
Uh-huh.
And then the day of the exam, right? I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get to school early. I'm gonna skip my class so I could study for this exam.
As any responsible
like-
student does.
Yeah. And then I go to the Panda Express, right?
Of course.
Alright,
As
I'm
any
gonna
responsible
get-
student does.
I'm gonna get the 2 entree. One side, I got me some fried rice, some walnut honey shrimp, which costs like $1.50 more, by the
Let's
way.
Go.
And I got some string bean chicken, right? Because like I gotta be healthy, man. I gotta get some
one
string
thing about
beans in
you,
my body.
Steven, you're a man of means, and you're also a man of
Yeah.
health. You know,
That's true. I love my health.
you
Dude.
really do.
hmm
Mhm.
So like, this is gonna be like my whole breakfast and lunch for the day. So I was walking down the street, right? Or not the street. I guess to like where I usually eat at, because that's where the computers are at. I can like play on, right?
Play on.
I'm walking by, and I didn't realize that like my to-go box, you know, like little tabs that hold like little like cover
Like the little
on,
snappy
right?
things, yeah.
Yeah, those things. I guess they weren't connected enough. So the wind ever so happened. I guess I just pissed off the weather today. It blew a gust, like slightly stronger than the average wind. And the way I was holding my box was the lid was facing the way of the wind current. So it just like flew out of my hand.
It flew
And I
out of your
lost-
hand.
Yeah, it flew like the lid came off,
Uh-huh.
right? And because of gravity, my box fell with the lid.
Uh-huh.
And I lost like 75% of my food. So all I had left were like 5 pieces of shrimp
Oh.
and like fried rice. I was so
No.
sad. Like I was literally like kneeling down on my knees trying to pick up my box of food. And there were like people walking towards like, why is this fucking loser just like crying
You're
over his
picking
food?
it up, it's falling through your fingers.
Yeah.
No.
It's like that one Superman cover where like Supergirl dies, right? He's like holding
Yeah.
a corpse. So I was just walking shamefully through like the sidewalk, and people were just looking at me like, "Wow, this fucking idiot! They dropped this food."
That's awesome.
So that's how I lost my panda. But then like
No, no.
later at the day, I was like, "All right, I gotta go to the restroom." I have a water bottle, it's a hydro flask, right?
Yeah, congrats.
And apparently, I think the top part broke off a while ago.
Oh, no.
Like the thing that like keeps the air in or the water in so it doesn't like spill out. I didn't realize that till today. So I put it in my backpack, right? Because I was gonna go to the restroom and I don't want to like leave my stuff behind. So during my exam, when I come back to take my exam, I realize, why is the floor wet? Like, why is there water under my desk?
Yeah.
So I look at my backpack and it's just fucking dripping, dude. I was like, shit.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. And then all my books got wet. So
No.
rip all those like composition notebooks and my Batman comic that I had in there.
No. Not the Batman
I know.
comic.
The Batman comic's okay though. Like it's
Shoot.
just you know, like when you water books, it gets like wrinkled at the end, right?
Yeah.
None of the insides were actually damaged. It's just aesthetically, it looks like garbage underneath, and that makes me really sad because like I really care about like book conditions. I don't know why.
I would
Like
also
just
be
the
sad.
tiniest dent in the books is like a thing that just makes me really sad, dude.
I understand, Steven. I'm
I don't
so
know.
sorry you had to experience such a traumatic
Horrible
day.
day.
The
Horrible,
only thing
traumatic
is,
day, dude.
I can't sympathize with you. I can't feel bad about the water
Why?
spilling because you're telling me right now, you're sitting here and you're lying to me, making eye contact with me over Discord and lying.
What do you mean?
Because you're
What
like,
do you mean?
oh, I found out today it doesn't close all the way. When I distinctly remember we hung out this past Saturday, a few days ago. You showed me your bottle and you said, look, it doesn't close all the way.
Which bottle? No. It's a hydro flask.
Oh, not the
This was the
Six
bottle I was talking
Flags
about.
one.
This one, the one I drink on the podcast. Yeah, this is the one that goes all the way out.
Okay, never mind. Then I do feel bad for you. I feel quite bad.
How
for
dare you shave my name?
You want to feel bad
How
for me
dare
for a
you?
second?
What
I
happened to you
want to see if I
today?
can match you. It wasn't today. It was
Okay.
actually the same day
I mean,
that we hung out.
mine cost a total of like $10 today. You know,
Mhm.
that was my loss.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know. I guess water damage. adds a
Yeah,
couple
the water
dollars.
damage too. You know, that's a good point. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
All my notes just gone.
Yeah, I don't know if monetary concerns are really what I have, to an extent, I guess. But I didn't have a bad day today. I had a weird day that Saturday when we hung out, Steven, because when we came back to Austin, because of course our friend Grayson, me and him, we came down to visit you for your birthday, right?
Right.
And on our way back up to Austin, because you live in San Antonio, like a city south of here, right? When we drove back that night after visiting you, we were 2 minutes from Grayson's apartment when he was like, he just started like making these sounds, like covering his mouth up a little bit.
Oh no.
And then I was like, Grayson, he's like,
Is it the
I
motion
think I'm
sickness?
like getting a little motion sick. And I was like, okay, just let me know if you need to pull over. I can pull over. We're like 2 minutes from your house. It's fine. I can pull over. Just
So you're in the city, right, of Austin?
yeah. We're in the city. We are literally 2 minutes
Okay.
from his apartment. We are not on the highway. We're going through a neighborhood like to get to his apartment. And I'm like, I'd rather you puke outside than inside. So if we have to stop, we have to stop.
It's pretty fair.
But he's like, nope, I'm good. Then he puts his hand up to let me know, and that's when I knew, okay, confirmation. His hand's up, he's good. We drive
He's good. He's fine.
about 15 more seconds before projectile vomit all over the dashboard.
No.
Oh yeah, and there
No.
was splatters, Steven. It got on the
Did it get on
dashboard.
you?
It got on the little thingy. It got onto my drawstring bag. It got onto my rear view mirror, onto the side door.
No, that drawstring bag got wrecked.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. My poor little drawstring bag.
Aw.
And so well, we ended up pulling over. But this was mid vomit rather than pre vomit, unfortunately. So
Did you like brake as soon as you heard like the little sound, or
I did not
did it
slam
take
on
a
my
bit?
brakes. I feel like that would have made things much worse.
Wait, were you like driving like mid-drive during this?
Yeah, I mean it was like a 30 mile
okay.
an hour road. You know, I wasn't like speeding or shit.
Oh, okay.
So I could just, I
imagine
slowed
if it was on
down.
the highway.
No,
That
I
would've
slowed
sucked
down. I
so
turned
much.
right, and then
Yeah.
he got out and puked in some dude's front yard, which was cool.
Aw.
Yep.
I mean, nature can take it, you know. Like it's a natural decomposer.
It can. I just imagine if I'm that man and that's my front yard, I'm pretty pissed
Yeah.
when the 7-foot monster starts puking in my driveway. You
Uh-huh.
know? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Did you get the smell out of your car at least, or is your
We're
car just-
trying. We're trying.
gone?
New air freshener, a whole bunch of wipes, poured some powder on the ground. We're trying
Oh
our
my gosh.
damnedest. It's gone for the
Don't
most
sit
part.
in the second seat ever.
I don't plan
I'm
on.
not sitting there.
Well, the
ever,
thing is,
dude.
he didn't puke like under his ass. You know, like the seat's
Uh-huh.
fine. It's everything in
Just
front
the
of the
dashboard.
seat. Yeah, and again, it's been cleaned
Oof.
at this point. Everything's fine. It's just
Did you like get it professionally clean, or did you do it?
no me. You know what?
See, I probably just missed a crevice or two then.
Oh yeah, there's
forever.
still some vomit particles somewhere, which is really cool to
Yeah.
talk about. Yeah, but Steven,
Yeah.
this
What
is
up?
all irrelevant. Okay, what is
Right.
relevant is
This
the
ain't
fact
Lucha.
that it's not WrestleMania. Okay.
No.
No.
No,
Which
it's not.
we think we'll have like a bonus like WrestleMania recap podcast up, hopefully like
Mhm.
Tuesday or Wednesday or something, because we will have been at
That'd be fun.
WrestleMania weekend. We have all that to look forward to. That's why the recording's a
Right.
little bit weird this time around. But Steven, let us get
Uh-huh.
to our Lucha Underground recap if you don't mind, okay?
Okay.
Because I mean, actually, you're the host this week. What was this
Wanna-
episode
wanna-
called?
This episode was
Uh-huh.
called Lucha Underground, episode 7.
Okay, you got the episode number right. That's impressive.
The thing I use doesn't really tell me the episode name.
What's the thing you use?
Archive.net.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
Or org. I
contradict
think
you
it's
here.
org.
It's .org, archive.org, because I have to use the same thing. And actually, it does say the name of the episode.
What?
Because that's how I
What?
found it. Yeah, so
No way.
you're really again
You're
lacking
lying.
as host right now.
You're lying.
You're not.
I would never
succeeding.
lie, dude.
You're,
I would never lie to you. You're
just-
lying.
No, you can't. When you lie, you can't just call me a liar. That's not how this works.
You're a liar, dude.
You
I don't believe you. L plus ratio.
you're
You
projecting.
fell off.
I did not
How am I
fall off.
projecting? You fell off,
Don't
dude.
say that
Okay.
to me.
Ever since you got less than 1,000 views on your TikTok, dude, you fell off.
I never got less than
Alright.
1,000 views on my TikTok. You're the only one
Alright.
who can claim that.
Actually. Well, that's like during the early days, right? Where they don't care about you as much.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
But Steven, we watched season 1, episode 7 of Lucha Underground. It is called Top of the Ladder, and it is from December 10th of 2014. Okay. And this episode started out with a recap of all the major stories that have been going on in Lucha Underground. So it starts out with all the sexy star Chavo Guerrero stuff that we've been talking about for weeks now,
Ooh.
which like I'm kind of getting a little tired of. I feel like we need this story to
It felt like
Start
a season
wrapping up.
finale. I don't know why. Like, this
yeah.
episode,
Well, the thing is,
you
this
know?
episode was fucking bad. It was very good. It was
It was a banger of an episode. It was crazy.
out of all the episodes we've watched so far, this was by far the
Mhm.
best. I feel very
Probably
confident.
Good
in saying
matches
that.
too. By good
Yeah.
match, I mean like there's 2 good matches. I think.
Yeah, well, there are only 3 on the entire show, you know. So
Good ratio, man. It's a good
yeah,
ratio.
yeah. But it starts out with a recap of all the sexy star Chavo Guerrero drama, where Chavo's
Uh-huh.
been attacking the elderly, the little people, and the women. Sexy Star wants to avenge everyone, and in Mexico hates Chavo as well. So Sexy Star is still seeking revenge on Chavo Guerrero. Okay, and then Johnny Mundo, they show a clip of him last week where he threatens the owner of the promotion, Dario Cueto, El Jefe, of course, for $100,000. And basically that's the setup for the ladder match that we end up watching later tonight, because Dario says,
Right.
hey, Johnny, if you want your $100,000, I'm gonna have to take away Big Rick's signing bonus. We're gonna put it in a briefcase, and we're also gonna put Prince Puma in the match for some reason.
Why is he in the match?
I don't know. I
Does he
simply
get the
don't.
money, or does like my boy Conan get the money.
I assume Conan's getting the money.
Conan.
You know,
So I assume that. I guess Conan was like, yo, buddy.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
give
well,
some money,
Conan's
dude.
a politician and a snake. He's a snake. I don't
Yeah.
know if you know, Steven.
That
Conan's
snake.
a snake.
That
Yeah.
snake.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
uh-huh. Also, by the way, when we cut to the actual temple for this episode after the recap, Machete is here, Steven. Danny Trejo.
That was so random.
Yeah, he's just hanging out in the front row.
Was he filming something? Was he filming Shark Boy and Lava Girl during this? No. Spy Kids? He was in Spy Kids. I remember that.
Definitely not Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
No.
That was George Lopez, which I get them confused
was.
a lot too. Danny Trejo and
They're very
George.
different.
Yeah.
It's so weird though, cause like the Shark Boy Lava Girl universe and like the Spy Kids universe all cross over, and the movie that Machete's in is like R-rated, and it's in the same universe.
It
Which is
is?
like crazy. Yeah.
Oh shit!
It has like the girl from Spy Kids in it.
that makes
all
sense.
grown up.
I had
It's
no
insane.
clue. I had no clue Machete was a Robert Rodriguez. What was his name?
Yeah.
Rodriguez?
Robert
Something.
Rodriguez.
Yeah. I didn't realize that was his deal, because that makes sense, because El Rey Network is his network. He's the guy behind Lucha Underground.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
So there we go. We figured it out. We solved the lore, Steven.
we
Good
did
job.
it.
That's our first
We did
success
it.
of the podcast.
Real life lore, dude.
Let's go.
We're actual lore keepers now. Yeah, baby,
We
let's
finally
go.
earned our badge. Yes.
Our degree is finally worth it. Our
Finally.
lore degree
Finally.
from Phoenix Online.
Let's go. So, Steven, we end up going to
Uh-huh.
our very first match of the night after we see Machete. And it is King Cuerno versus a newcomer to the temple making his debut.
Yo,
Superfly.
Superfly, man.
Yeah, and I like this week, it just
think.
started off right with a match, you know? Like, I feel like a lot of times Lucha has started with, like, Vamp and Matt introing it, and then it cuts to, like, people in the ring and they're talking, and, like, there's, like, a
Or
segment
backstage promo.
we don't really care too much about. But I like that it was just, like, right into the match. I thought it did wonders for the pacing.
It's a pretty lame opening match, though.
What?
I think.
Lame? I
Not
mean...
lame, just underwhelming. You know.
I disagree, because what
Yeah.
were you expecting
wrong.
going into this match between King Cuerno, the hunter man with a deer on his head that's been murdering people for weeks, and Superfly, the chubby scrub luchador?
Dude,
what did you expect
I
from
wanted
this match?
Superfly to like just get wrecked in like 2 seconds. Not
Okay.
gonna lie.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought this match it was kind of weird. I don't know.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, it was just like
Yeah.
it was a little like enhancement match. It's all the stuff that Mil Muertes has been getting for the past 2 weeks, but now King Cuerno's getting it, and I don't mind it.
Superfly got some offense in.
Yeah, he got some offense in, which I don't mind
Like a
either.
flip.
You know, it's not like King Cuerno's been like this indestructible guy. King Cuerno lost his debut match.
He lost at Drago, dude.
So yeah, exactly.
Speaking of Drago,
Yeah?
his tongue though, dude. It
Yo,
was crazy. Just watching him with his tongue out was
Yeah,
awesome.
because if you remember back when Drago fought Mil Muertes, King Cuerno was up there on top of Dario's office, like stalking and watching. This time, Drago did the exact same thing.
Right.
Yes.
Both a tongue.
Exactly. And what made me
Both
so
cooler.
happy is that when we saw King Cuerno do this the first time, we were like, what the fuck's he doing? Because he was like humping the ground like as he watched the match. It was so weird. And one of us said something like, why doesn't he just like sit there like a gargoyle? It'd be like really cool. And then this week, when Drago's up there, Matt's like, oh man, Drago's up there like a gargoyle. And then
Like a gargoyle.
Like a gargoyle. And then Vampiro was like, that's a good word, Matt. And Matt was like, thank you.
That's a good word, Matt.
You know, gargoyle is my favorite SAT word, you know?
Was this the match where like Vampiro was talking to Matt Striker or something, and Matt was like, "Yeah, you're right."
What do you mean?
I remember this once. I forgot what they were talking about, but Matt Striker was talking about something, and Vampiro replied to it, and then it was just really awkward for like a second. Like,
That's
there's
half their
silence.
commentary. That is half of their
You're
relationship
right.
together. But I
But
will
he
say,
ends it
Yeah.
with like, "Yeah, you're right."
yeah,
And
you're
that's
right.
how it ends.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right. I'll say that Matt and Vamp have. I think this episode is where it kicks in that they're getting a bit more comfortable with one another. Like they're learning each other's dynamic because commentary wasn't as horribly
there weren't that
distracting
many
from the show as it usually
There
is.
weren't that many weird flat spots. where,
Yeah.
like, Vampiro would be left in the air, or Matt would just say something and ignore Vampiro.
Yeah, they're developing a
entirely.
real relationship, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is very
Now they hang
good.
out after work. They drink.
Let's
man, you know.
go. No, Vamp drinks. Let's be honest.
They hook up with like some strippers after.
Oh
like,
my god, isn't that only in
the show. It's
Wisconsin?
awesome.
Or Iowa? A bunch of
They vape
cross-dressers in
after the
Iowa?
show.
That's
It's
pretty cool.
California.
Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
But one of the weirdest things from this match is that when King Cuerno was coming out, like still making his entrance, Vampiro was like, "Oh, I got the chance to talk to King Cuerno earlier today backstage, and he told me when he does that tope suicida, he's trying to hurt everyone in his path,
Even him.
But like,
Duh.
what the? Why did that need to be said? It's a wrestling move. Yes, I know he wants to hurt people. He's a wrestler. And
Like, I think, does he mean like the crowd too, or just like the one dude getting dived on?
anyone in his path, but like he's never
Oh.
done it into the crowd. Like if you know what, that's fair. If King Cuerno had a history of diving onto the fans, just like out of the ring onto Danny Trejo, then I'd be like, okay,
Badass.
fair. That would be really cool. Good.
I
gimmick.
want that spot to happen. I don't know. Can they do spots like that? Just dive in the crowd? Because like they could just the crowd could just see you, right? Unless you're like stunt crowds.
I mean, you get people to
like
sign
the stunt
some
granny.
shit. You get people to sign some
Yeah.
shit when they enter the arena. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Okay. If you
But-
die, you can't sue us, guys.
Well, yeah, you're dead. Simply. Who
Wasn't that a thing
cares?
for like WrestleMania one year? Or was it, like the first WrestleMania since COVID? Like if you die or get COVID,
They did
we're
sign
not
those
liable for that.
contracts. Yeah, that's fair. That's true. That's true. That's true.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like you're discounting Superfly here, Steven. Vampiro says he's been a premier high flyer in Mexico for the last 4 to 5 years.
Yep.
And Matt Striker's like, yeah, he's representing a high flying team from Mexico. That's it. They don't they don't say who the team is, what it means. Like, if you're mentioning it, at least say their name. Like, why could you not say the name of his team?
Maybe it's a copyright thing. Maybe like they
It's
can't legally say it.
AAA owns Lucha Underground. Unless he's like fucking in CMLL and I don't know about it.
You think Vampiro watches like AAA?
Well, I didn't know this even until this week, which I feel really ashamed of, being like as big of a wrestling fucking loser as I am. Vampiro is apparently one of the most legendary Mexican wrestlers of all time. Like, granted, he is from Canada.
I thought he was just some like WCW dude.
He was in WCW, but he's most famous and most well known for his time in Mexico. He was like their top guy for like.
Was he like the Hulk Hogan of Mexico?
I mean, I guess so. If Hulk Hogan were
What the fuck?
weird vampire juggalo, yeah, exactly.
I mean, like that was no, he's some Sting then, right? I assume.
Oh yeah,
The Sting of,
I guess so.
the
I guess
Sting
so.
of Mexico.
Mexican Sting. Mexican Sting.
That's crazy. Canadian Sting.
Mexican Canadian Sting. Yeah,
Heck
yeah, that.
That's insane.
I know.
What?
And then you look up photos of him, like type in Vampiro Mexico or Vampiro Young.
Was he jacked?
I mean, I wouldn't say he was jacked, but he looks handsome. Well, ish.
Yo.
As handsome as
A handsome
Vampiro can
dude.
be, you know?
Oh my gosh.
But I was just, what happened? How do you end up like Vamp in fucking 2014?
I think it's the drugs, right?
I mean, I'd be surprised if the man didn't do a lot of drugs.
Well, I just assume every wrestler does drugs. Like if you're a wrestler before like the 2000s, you have like a history of drugs. I'm pretty sure, right? I assume.
Yeah, let's make that blanket
No.
statement for all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
true.
wrestler ever, dude. Every wrestler.
Absolutely. But Steven, like we were saying, this is basically just an enhancement match. King Cuerno
Right.
eventually gets Superfly up for the Thrill of the Hunt, which is his like fireman carry into like the
I love it.
the
It's
driver.
like so cool.
Yeah, it's a badass move. 1, 2, 3. King Cuerno is victorious.
Heck yeah. I like when he pumps his guns out to the crowd, but his guns aren't that impressive.
Oh, you
Compared to,
mean when he
like-
flexes his biceps? Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the habit of it too. It's not like a one-time thing. This is like the second or
No.
third time he's been like, "Hey guys, look at
It's
this."
like the guy's a cardio guy. He's not like an arm dude, you know?
I mean, he's a
That's
fit guy.
crazy.
I would love
He's
to
fit.
have King Cuerno's body. Don't get me wrong, right? But it's
compared to like the guy in the next promo, dude, or segment, I guess.
compared
not
to the
that
guy who's about
impressive.
to have a vignette later tonight, pumping up his
Yeah.
debut. Yeah, maybe we cut that out. Maybe we cut that out. But I
Maybe.
really disagree with you about this match not being that good, because I
Uh-huh.
watched it and I was like, whoa, this feels like Lucha Underground. Like this feels like what I remember Lucha
Whoa,
Underground being.
Superfly is awesome.
Well, like I like the match, you know. I thought the match was good. I didn't get tired of it. I wasn't like, when is this gonna fucking
The
end?
match was like 5 minutes long.
Well, yeah, that was part of it
Yeah.
too. It was a quick match. Commentary was cohesive. I thought
I
it was
liked how it didn't end up in a roll up. That was pretty cool.
good. See, what
was
are you
pretty
what are
cool.
you doing complaining, Steven? You know, you're finally getting your
Well,
wish.
I'm just a bitter old man.
You
know?
sound like it. You sound like
I'm
it.
just a bitter dude.
Honestly.
I can't watch this shit anymore, man. I waste too much time. 1 hour a day, dude. 1 hour.
1
a
hour
week.
a day? No.
44 minutes a week
I know.
to watch a
40
show.
whole minute.
Insane, dude. You know what I could be doing in that time, dude?
What's that?
Be watching AEW Dark.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't do that.
I
You'd be
wouldn't.
you'd be playing Genshin Impact and dropping Panda
What?
Express, Steven. You know, that's what you'd be
Dude,
doing. Be a loser. You're a loser.
Fucking loser.
You're a loser is what you are, okay?
Before Lucha Underground, I'm just a loser. After, I'm an alpha Chad. So what happened next
Exactly.
in the episode, man?
Well, you are the host, Steven, but the next thing that happens
Right.
in the episode is we get a vignette, okay? And this is important for our lore-keeping purposes. It is for the man who we've seen team with Chavo Guerrero over the past few weeks, the man who was honestly forced into teaming with Chavo Guerrero. I still think he wanted to be friends with Sexy Star, but got fucked out of it. Yeah.
You wanted him at the Sexy Star?
Yeah. But we get a Pentagon Junior vignette, and I like it because up until this point, Pentagon's been kind of like a scrub, you know, and now we're getting some bad.
I mean, he
guys.
still looked like a scrub in this promo, in my opinion.
And this
Like,
this promo was
it
cool.
was such a weird promo.
It was basically like Pentagon grew up in Mexico and he thought he had it made. He thought Mexican wrestling was his path, and he had it. He had everything like, on a silver platter. But he realized that it was actually much tougher than that, and so he went far to the east, to Japan, in order to get the training that he needed.
Became a weeb.
How is that what you got from this?
You go to Japan, dude. Weeaboo.
Don't fuck up Pentagon Junior for me,
Weeaboo.
okay? No,
What do you mean?
Pentagon Junior's not a weeb. Don't say that shit.
He beats up dudes in Japan.
That's the opposite of a weeb. A weeb would never beat up a dude in Japan.
Watch his anime, dude. He probably has like a body pillow.
Who would have a body pillow? Who would do
Oh.
that?
do
But
that?
yeah, so he goes over to Japan, and basically there's this dojo that he's training with these great warriors, and they talk about the history of how the I guess the warrior has developed over time in Japan, where they weren't allowed to carry weapons, and so they learned to fight with their hands. And because they became so skilled with their hands, the samurai went extinct because they couldn't handle the hands of this dojo. They didn't go really in depth with it, you know.
Right.
But the samurai were almost killed by these people because their hands
think-
were so strong.
Did Pentagon kill the guy in this vignette?
Pentagon looked like he murdered a couple people.
Like, did that guy die?
He-
Like, the guy being like choke? Was it like a? What was it like a chokehold? What was it again?
I don't
Was
know,
it
but I
a
wrote down the exact same
arm
thing, that it looks like he
toss
murdered
thing?
2 people and then broke like
Like-
another's arm.
Like the guy's arm was like twitching at the end of it. Like I just assumed he's dead.
I think it's a safe assumption, yeah. Because
Yeah.
basically while they're explaining all this background about how Pentagon went to Japan, I guess again big weeb, they're showing all this footage of him beating up Japanese people, and
Not
they
even
say
Japanese people.
Oh yeah, no, they were white people in Japan, weren't they?
They're white dude
I mean,
and
that's
a black
cool.
dude.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And basically they're saying that this dojo that Pentagon trains with, they're taught to have a willingness to go deeper, to be more violent than anyone else, and Pentagon carries these traditions with him. And then
Really?
this is when he murders a guy, so I believe him.
You know, I learned the other day about Pentagon. I learned that like the title of Pentagon is curse or something, and apparently like everyone who's wrestled as Pentagon something.
Mhm,
Like I don't know. I think one of them was like Octagon or whatever.
mhm.
Like, I think they're just named after shapes. I don't know. I read a Reddit post.
Well,
that
how
was
it
like
is,
2 seconds.
I think originally it was, and I'm gonna bastardize this, right? I'm gonna really mess it up. But in AAA, I think they have a character named Octagon, and it's been played by like multiple people over the years, like Tiger Mask and all that kind of stuff, right? But they had
They all
Octagon,
die.
and then they wanted to create, like after Octagon had been around for a while, they wanted to create a nemesis for him, and so they created Pentagon, you know? And so I think there have been multiple Octagons and Pentagons, and now, of course, Pentagon and Octagon Jr. So this is where we're at.
Wasn't Samurai Del Sol one of them?
I don't know.
I think.
I don't
I don't
give a
remember.
shit about Samurai Del Sol, and I
But
really
I
resent
love
that you
Samurai
bring
Del
him
Sol,
up
dude.
so much
Samurai
on
Del Sol's
Following
awesome,
Lucha.
dude.
God damn it. No.
I think Samurai Del Sol would have been so good for Lucha Underground, dude. You don't even know, man.
Dude was
you don't
too
even know.
busy fucking losing the Baron Corbin, okay? Calm
So?
down.
What is Pentagon Jr. doing right now on Lucha Underground? Losing,
Right now.
dude.
You know what? You bring
Right
up a
now.
good point. You bring up a good point. You bring up a good point. But basically the vignette ends with the narrator saying, he is Pentagon Jr. and he has 0 fear. Which,
I thought that was so lame.
well, yeah, it's a little lame. It's a little lame.
Cause like they have like a generic like word font too for his name and Zero Fear.
Yeah,
was
it's a
really
little
bad.
rough. It's a little rough. The production value
Yeah.
was still a little lacking in the first season of Lucha Underground, which we're sad
There's no
about.
budget. There's no budget, guys. It's okay.
No budget, no
They
budget.
spent it all on the dude that died.
Who?
Like they gotta like.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
they
yeah,
gotta
on the
pay for
shoot
his life.
murder in the vignette. That makes sense.
Life insurance policy.
The murder budget. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like aside from that, the vignette makes Pentagon seem like a really like a killer and like a badass, which does not match the man that we've seen fight in Lucha Underground so far. It's like it's so dissimilar. You know?
So what happened next after the vignette?
Well, that vignette was the predecessor, Steven, the precursor to the next match, which includes Pentagon Jr. as he accompanies Chavo Guerrero to the ring. Because it is Chavo versus Phoenix. And Phoenix is, of course, accompanied by Sexy Star.
Dude, this match was crazy, dude. This match was really good. I like this match a lot.
Yeah, this match was also
really
sick.
good.
I thought it was so good.
Like, it's crazy. I never realized how good of a wrestler Chavo was until I started watching Lucha Underground.
Yeah. Well, because
Like, oh
if
my
I think back
gosh,
to my
that's legit.
childhood and I'm like, oh, what are my fondest memories of Chavo Guerrero? I have to look very deep into my memory. And when
His
I find
golf
it,
gimmick.
it's no, not the golf gimmick. I wasn't around there. I tuned into wrestling right around the time he was feuding with Hornswoggle. And we're
That's pretty
having
good.
like matches like every week. Like at one point, like they blindfolded Chavo and had him get beat up by Hornswoggle. It was I just remember like a period of like 10 or so weeks of Chavo losing to Hornswoggle every goddamn week in a row.
Good for Chavo.
And so again, this
He
is the
plays it off.
legacy.
He plays off being like a coward, like chicken heel really good. But dude, he's a legit wrestler. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
I think he kind of
absolutely.
carried this match. I don't know. I think he
Carried it. I mean, I think they
Carried it,
both
dude.
brought stuff to the match, Steven. Of course they did. You have this
Yeah.
Phoenix, you
Like,
know?
it's so crazy. They got the crowd to cheer Chavo. When was the
Yeah.
last time Chavo got cheered
was
ever?
dueling chants between Chavo and Phoenix, and what's even more
Yeah.
mind-blowing is Chavo got Vampiro on his side.
Oh my gosh.
Vampiro's been shit-talking Chavo so much. Like, his
No.
family's a bunch of assholes. I hate Chavo. Dude's an idiot. I hate him. I hate him. He's a snake too. And then this week, he's like,
Long-term booking.
yeah. Vamp is like, oh, Phoenix is making some rookie mistakes right here. Because basically Phoenix was like, he was just like, not showboating, but he was like interacting with the crowd. And Vampiro hated that. And Vamp was like, oh, he's young, he's cocky. He shouldn't be looking at the fans right now. He should be focusing on Chavo. I hope Chavo teaches him a lesson. I really do. And then Chavo does teach Phoenix.
Our boy.
I know. Chavo does teach Phoenix a lesson, okay? He catches him off guard and starts stomping like his face in.
Dude,
And-
that's when he like stepped over Phoenix's face and like did a little twirl. That was so cool looking. I love that.
yeah,
that looked
and that's
awesome.
when Vamp says, "That's right, Chavo, kick him again, kick him when he's down."
Oh my god.
like, oh my god, Vamp,
bloodthirsty.
Vamp, what happened? What switch got flipped between this week and last? I didn't understand it.
I guess he realized that. Wait, isn't that Eddie's like nephew?
Oh,
it?
shoot.
Is that Guerrero?
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
Finally
and, like
connected
a
the
light bulb
dots.
switched in his head.
I think so.
I think that's what happened.
I
yeah.
think you're absolutely right. And at one point too, Matt Stryker brought up a really good point in the Pentagon Junior lore that I think we should be paying more attention to. And he says that if Pentagon wants respect, and that's why he's fighting, like to gain the respect of Mexico, why is he teaming with the least respected man in the entire locker room? Which is like, yeah.
Maybe you're right. Maybe your theory's right. He's just kind of like just put in this match because like Dario's like, yeah, we need a. Chavo needs like a partner. But, like,
Maybe
know,
it is our
happens to
theory.
be
Maybe
there.
it is our theory, you know? Pentagon was
Yeah, our awesome
legitimately
theory.
trying to help Sexy Star a couple weeks ago before Phoenix just kicked him in the face. And now Dario is just booking him just to be Chavo's friend. He's paying him to be Chavo's friend right now.
maybe what doesn't Dario hate Chavo, right? And Pentagon's like what 0-3 right now and like wins.
No, I don't think
Like-
Dario hates Chavo. I think Dario likes
No.
Chavo. He brought violence to the temple.
Oh, you're right.
He
you're
was
right.
just ashamed of Chavo after
he wanted to
lost.
make him more violent. You're
Exactly.
right. No,
Which
you're
he
right.
did. Which he did. So I think they're on good terms. They're on better terms.
He's really good at his job.
He
Good for
really is.
Dario.
He is. They're both good at their jobs, you know? And basically throughout the match, Pentagon keeps on getting involved, and then Sexy Star will get involved to stop
Right.
Pentagon's interference, all that kind of shenanigans. And
I like the spot where Phoenix went for a dive and Chavo just like did a drop kick. That was
Yo,
so sick.
the anti-air
was so
shotgun
cool.
drop kick was
Yeah, that was so fucking
insane. Oh my
That looked
god.
awesome.
Yeah.
That legit made me like, whoa, Chavo's really good. Like,
No.
really, really good. It's insane how good he is.
Let's go. And then basically it was right after that move. Because again, it was like legit. Phoenix had dived off the top ropes and just got fucking kicked in the chest, foot to like each pec, and it was fucking
his
took him out
soul's
the air.
Gone, dude.
Insane. And then basically Phoenix, for whatever reason, ends up back like in control, and he starts climbing the top rope again. And this is when Pentagon sweeps out his legs, and then Chavo ends up climbing up to the top rope instead, hits the frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Chavo Guerrero pins Phoenix. It's over.
Good for Chavo, dude. I think he needs this win. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
I think Chavo need to win here.
I think so too. Chavo's been made to look a fool so far. I'm gonna be honest. I really enjoy him. Like, I think he's awesome.
I think he's really good.
Yeah.
Good for Chavo.
Also Vampiro, so happy about the result here. You know, Vampiro could not be happier that Chavo has
It's like
won.
when Michael Cole randomly turned to face for like a week because of real life events, you know?
Exactly.
It's just so 180.
Exactly. But legitimately, like, they cut to the camera and it's shaking because Vamp is pounding on the desk because he's so happy.
Good for Vamp, dude.
I know. And Matt Stryker's calling him out like, oh, what the? Why are you cheering so hard for Chavo? And Vamp was like, Phoenix is arrogant. Okay, he's arrogant and he's a showboat. Which is like, damn, Phoenix should not have said hello to that lady in the crowd. Fuck, he just ruined a relationship.
Oh, speaking of Phoenix, we learned that he was Rookie of the Year.
And we did.
I don't know where.
Uh-huh.
He's just Rookie of the Year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
It hasn't even been a year yet in the show. But he's just Rookie of the Year.
Well, the year's about to end. It's December 2014, you know? So
But for like the world of wrestling or just like for Lucha?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Seeing as you're the one who brought up this topic and I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
I can't give you the answer.
I think it's either Matt or Vampiro's like, that's the Rookie of the Year, Rey Fenix.
Oh, true?
And then they just didn't go over like where.
I don't think that's even true because the Slammies happened this week in wrestling.
The Slammies?
And
Yeah.
it was not Rey Fenix that got that award. I have to be honest. Yeah, so whoever's talking is lying, okay? But after the match, Sexy Star gets on the microphone, okay? After Chavo gets the win. And she says, hey, Chavo, Blue Demon is coming back. And
what?
It's at this point she pauses. And the crowd gets kind of quiet before a man just yells out, shut up! Poor Sexy Star.
Dude, I mean, like in universe,
Mm-hmm.
Sexy Star just kind of sucks. Like, just beat up Chavo yourself, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's not her fault she wasn't booked this week, you know? Like,
But like, she's hyping up Blue Demon.
Blue Demon, yeah.
Like, who cares?
I mean, I
You know?
guess so. All of Mexico seems to care, I guess. If you remember, they're all coming after Chavo.
Oh,
So,
yeah, you're right.
Sexy
He was
Star,
healing in the hospitals of Mexico. Blue
He
Demon.
was.
He had the entire hospital
He's
staff.
convalescing, and I think he's coming back soon, according to Sexy. Well, I definitely,
Sexy
because
Star,
Sexy
dude.
Star,
She
then,
got, like,
well, yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah, she got fucking jabroned by a guy
I
in
mean,
the
at least
crowd.
she sold it better than Ricochet would on like a mic.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
because she went on. She probably didn't fucking understand it for one.
She just didn't know what he was saying.
No clue. Not a goddamn
Cue
clue.
cards. She was just reading off cue cards.
There's not a doubt in my mind. But basically she says,
Yeah.
Blue Demon, he's coming back for you, pendejo. And that's how they end the segment. But it's a really good couple of matches to start out the show.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
Yeah.
I thought that match would have been match of the night, but I was proven wrong.
You
I mean,
were proven wrong.
I guess I was kind of dumb for thinking it would be match of the night because like we
Well,
know what the
yeah,
main event
considering
is, you know?
the match graphic
like,
we
pretty
see
heads up.
seconds later for the triple
Yeah.
threat ladder match that was announced last
Yeah.
week between Rick,
Uh-huh.
Puma, and Mundo, you can probably
Maybe.
kind of assume that match is going to be good.
Have you
but
have
maybe
you
not,
seen?
based
Did you
on
see Big Rick's like little, was it like his little picture for like that title card?
Steven, you read
He
my
looked-
mind. It
He looked like he was gonna cry.
looks like he was about to cry and cum his pants and shit all at the same time.
That's so
I don't know what was
I
going
think
on.
like maybe the Shutter. They picked like the worst. I think they did a Shutter style, right, of him just doing his flexing.
I
But they
don't
picked
know.
like the middle frame, so it just
Well,
it was just really awkward.
Yeah, it was bad
looking.
because it looks like
Yeah.
fucking a graphic for a backyard fed. Okay, that they put on the
Uh-huh.
screen. It's again, this is where the production value is lacking. This is basic graphic design.
They couldn't even do Photoshop. It's crazy.
Because what's fucked up is like it feels like they kind of were going for like, you know, all those like old WWE graphics from the early 2000s, right? Where it's like it's them like moving around and then it freezes on them
and then it pauses. Yeah.
It feels like that's kind of what they were going for, but they didn't have the budget because they like with Big Rick, they have a still of him like with his arms out his side.
Budget to get a green screen.
And then it flashes like it's not a video. It's just one frame. It's like stop motion. Fucking he's arms by his side, and the next one he's fucking flexed all like this with screaming with his mouth open. But it's only Big Rick that changes. Puma and Morrison stay with their arms at their side. It makes I was so Rick, confused by this graphic.
It doesn't help that like everyone looks really small in this graphic too.
Because they take up such a small part of the screen.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's so much white space in this like little picture.
It's crazy.
It's so awkward looking. Maybe they should get maybe like graphic design isn't their passion, you know?
Maybe not. Unfortunately not. But basically, while Vamp and Matt are hyping up that three-way match, they're sort of the camera's on them at commentary. And if you look closely behind the two of them, Steven, guess who it is?
Who could it be?
Oh my god, she's hot. She's hot. Oh my god, she's hot. The girl that Vampiro keeps fucking coming over. The Asian girl that keeps coming out during all the Drago matches and
But this ain't a Drago match.
No, this ain't a Drago match. She's just fucking.
This ain't a Drago match.
Pervin on Vampiro, which I get. I would also do that if I had the opportunity. And so she's just yeah.
What's the picture page like looking at Jerry Lawler's butt?
What?
It's like that. You know, like when Jerry Lawler was caught like eyeing Paige's butt.
Oh no!
When she like stood up.
The way you phrased it was the other way around, where Paige was eyeing Jerry Lawler's ass.
They did that the other way around for a Twitter pic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's very good. That's very good.
Puppies.
That's so right, Steven.
Puppies.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
But yes, it's the lady that Vampiro keeps freaking out over. She's behind the two of them, and she doesn't do anything. She's just like she gets up and leaves after like 2 seconds. And then Steven, we get a vignette for a newcomer to the temple, not Superfly, but for the man they call Cage. Okay. It's exciting.
Yeah?
It's exciting.
It looks sick.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude.
Before Lucha Underground, before 2014, I imagine you had no clue who Cage was.
No.
No, okay, because it was my introduction to Cage as well, was Lucha Underground. And
I don't know how I learned about Cage, I'm gonna be honest.
He's a big, jacked guy, okay? Like massive, steroided, out of his mind jacked guy.
That's awesome.
It's so awesome. Wolverine, huge dude. And he's basically saying, I'm not a superhero. I'm not make-believe. Like he's taking jabs at the rest of the roster.
He's taking jabs at AEW.
Yo, he knew it. He knew it. That fake shit. That fake fucking shit in AEW, you're right. And he says, losing is not getting pinned. Losing is giving up. But I win because I simply want it more. Just like, okay. Cool guy.
Thanks, man.
And he says, I'm not a machine. And no, wait, he didn't say that. He says, I'm not a man, I'm a machine. And they call me Cage.
Cage. That's not a machine either.
Yeah, no. It's cages are very seldom machines. Yeah. But it's a very generic of a promo and a vignette, you know. And it's just
he looks cool.
Yeah, he looks cool. The B-roll is just him working out and throwing tires around, which is pretty badass.
He's beating up like a lucha dude.
Yeah, it happens. These poor lucha thugs, you know, they get fucked up so bad.
Is there like this gang of lucha people? Where like they just are gang members, but they wear lucha masks.
I have to imagine, like, remember back to the first episode of Lucha, where like those guys tried mugging Sexy Star in an alley. Like, I imagine they're all connected somehow. They have to be. So, Steven, this is all about like maybe 25 or so minutes into the show. Again, it's like a 45-minute show in total. And it's already time for the main event, so that's crazy.
Yo, that's shit's getting down.
Yeah, they're giving the main about like half the card, which is crazy. So we end up going and starting up with the triple threat between Big Rick, Prince Puma, and Johnny Mundo. Puma comes out accompanied by Conan, and Steven.
That's crazy.
That was crazy. All three of these bitches.
Yeah.
They're from Los Angeles, okay? Melissa Santos is forced to get so creative with this.
Also from Los Angeles.
Also
From Hollywood, California.
from the city of angels.
From the city the Lakers play for.
This is what she has to do, and the poor girl.
For the capital of LA. But not the actual capital of LA.
She did say that, I think, word for word, actually.
Yeah.
You're right, Steven. And Johnny Mundo, when he comes out, he still has the key that he took from Dario Cueto last week, the quote-unquote insurance policy that he took because, you know, he wanted to make sure that Dario gives him his $100,000, which clearly Dario did not do. Dario did not give Johnny the $100,000. Dario said, I'm actually going to put this in a briefcase and offer it to 2 other people also. If I am Johnny Mundo...
Well, it wasn't Big Rick's contract.
Well, yeah, it was also
contract.
belonged to Big Rick. But the fact that Johnny still has to fight for it would piss me off a little bit. Like, to a point where I'm like...
That's the story. You still pissed about it.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe we should just bring a gun next time.
Honestly, that's what
like
wrestling
is
lacking.
Gun, just shoots
shoots Ricochet, no! No, not Trevor. Fuck.
Just shoot Dario too. Just take the money. There you go.
Just everyone. The entire temple. The entire temple's getting wiped out.
Johnny Mundo's like a backflip and just shoots people.
That's awesome. What we were talking about earlier with King Cuerno doing dives into the crowd. Is Johnny doing that, but he's firing a gun while doing it? That's so cool. So yeah, Johnny's doing that, I guess, and he still has the key. And then this is when Puma comes out. He's at the top of the ramp, and of course Conan is with him. And this obviously
Conan disappeared.
Yeah, it sets fucking Vampiro into a fucking aneurysm when he sees Conan show up at the top of the ramp. Just scream, that cancer! Conan's a cancer! He's polluted that young man's mind, and he shouldn't listen to him. And it's like, God, my favorite thing too, I think, about all the Conan slander is that Matt Stryker never responds to it. Never. Like
do you think Matt Stryker knows who Conan even is?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Like, has he ever like said anything about Conan ever in the show?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure. Like Matt's their guy who communicates the lore for the show. You know, I'm sure he's up to date. I'm sure he's with it. But just I'm starting to think that Conan and Vampiro have some shoot heat from Mexico, Steven. This is what I'm thinking, okay?
And WCW?
Do you know how funny that would be if they legit hate each other and Vampiro just starts calling him a cancer and a snake every week when he's supposed to be a good guy?
I still don't get if Vampiro is like supposed to be like a neutral thing or like a heel or a face.
I don't think Vampiro gets it either.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's just Tim.
He's just Vamp, and I can accept that, you know?
He's just my boy Vamp.
Exactly. Like, is he a face? Yeah, but he also hates fucking Ray Phoenix because Phoenix talked to one person one time. You know, it's so sad. It's so sad.
Right.
And the match ends up starting, though, Steven, with Johnny Mundo and Prince Puma teaming up on Big Rick, which is pretty smart, you know, trying to neutralize the bigger man. But Rick is like, guys, I'm simply gonna leave. And so he gets out of the ring.
It's like what people do in online like lobbies for the video games. He's like, fuck this shit. I'm camping, bro.
I'm out of here.
You guys can fight.
That's awesome. And basically, they end up starting to talk because they cut the Big Rick at ringside because again he's out of the ring now, and they see Danny Trejo in the background, and then commentary gets distracted. They just start talking about Danny Trejo and Machete again. That's
the guy from Spy Kids 2.
That's not what they said. There ain't no way Vampiro knows what a Spy Kid is. Okay.
You think Vampiro's seen Spy Kids?
No.
Like any of them?
No, he has not. Never in his life has he seen Spy Kids. You think Vampiro has children? That man.
Does he? Does he not?
He may actually. I'd be really sad if Vampiro were my dad, you know?
What?
Would you not?
I'd be really sad if this famous luchador wrestler was not my dad.
Well, I mean, we've talked so much about his just insane amounts of brain damage and drugs, and also the fact that he changes his opinions on people on a whim, you know? Like, he seems like a very volatile man. And I don't think it'd be the most conducive thing to raising a healthy child. I hope you can understand.
Well, I looked it up. He does have a child.
No! Can we find their TikTok?
Daughter, actually.
How old is she?
19.
Let's find her TikTok.
Wait, no, not 19. Not 19. She was born 99.
Yo, she's older than us. Let's go.
Older by 1 year.
Let's go. Steven, find her
Crazy.
TikTok ASAP.
No.
Why not? Why not?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No.
I mean,
No.
after the podcast,
No.
maybe?
No.
Okay. Well, Matt Stryker ends up saying that the match between Prince Puma and Johnny Mundo from episode 1 of Lucha Underground, Steven, many people are calling it match of the year. So, similar to
Match of the
Ray Phoenix
year?
being rookie of the year. You know, I don't know who's awarding these
Oh,
things.
what other matches are happening like during like this year?
Well, yeah, like if we're talking Lucha Underground specifically, it's by far the best
Uh-huh.
match that's been on the show so far. No doubt.
Right.
Until like
Also
this-
had the longest like run time.
well, yeah, they gave it like 20 minutes. All like the 20-minute matches have
Yeah.
been doing great, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, many people are calling it match of the year, and then the match itself, though, even this actual triple threat that we're watching, they have such a tiny little ladder for how tall and high up that briefcase is. Okay,
I think it's so like they could just like throw it at people because like they threw that a lot. It was
they
crazy.
did. They really did. They used that ladder so
Yeah.
much, and it was rusty as shit too. That thing is disgusting.
Ouchies.
Yeah. And Matt Stryker at one point too, the first time someone tries to go up and grab the briefcase with the 100K, he talks about the briefcase. He's like, yeah, we don't need to airbrush our briefcase to show you its significance. Which is like, okay, Matt, come on now.
Okay.
Okay.
That's like an AEW thing to say. That's what a Cody promo would be in AEW.
No, they don't have briefcases. They have fucking giant Sonic rings that they put above the ring instead.
The giant brass ring.
Yeah. Of course. Their shots at WWE are much cornier actually than Matt's, which is really cool. And at one point too, Big Rick goes to climb up and make his first attempt at grabbing the briefcase. But he gets like 2 rungs up and he's like, fuck this. He's like afraid he'll break the ladder or something. I don't know. He's just not feeling it. And he waves to the ring. His goons, Cortez Castro and Mr. Cisco, come out.
The boys. The Cholos, as
boys.
Vampiro calls them.
Yo, they start climbing up the ladder for Big Rick. And
Yeah.
it's wonderful. It's wonderful. They start climbing, and then this is when I think Johnny Mundo, or maybe it's Puma, gets back into the ring and starts clearing house, like gets rid of Big Rick, gets rid of Cortez Castro, and so it's just Mr. Cisco, little chubby dudes, like in his wife beater on top of the
love
ladder.
Cisco.
And the thing
Yeah.
is, again, he's a small guy, Mr. Cisco. It's a small ladder. He's at the top of the ladder reaching for it. He's nowhere
that's
near.
intentional?
He's nowhere near it. I hope it was for his sake. But he's like, he looks so tiny and sad, and then he realizes
Poor
Puma's
guy.
there, and that's what Vampiro does. Calls him like a sad little chulo, and it's really messed up. It's
Aw.
messed up.
Poor Cisco, dude. That guy's awesome.
I
I
know.
love him.
I
My favorite wrestler.
no. Oh, sorry. He said that's one little cholo. My bad.
That's so messed up.
He says that's one little cholo.
They say that?
As Mr. Cisco
Are they allowed to
is
say that?
very tiny on top of the ladder. I mean,
Aw.
it's I don't know. They do have a discussion about what's allowed to be said and what's not, though, Steven. Because
True.
at one point Johnny Mundo grabs the ladder, okay, and Big Rick has one as well, and like they're on opposite sides of the ring, like a standoff, and Matt Stryker says it's almost like a standoff, which no, it's welcome back, Steven. It's not
What's up?
almost like a standoff. It is a standoff.
It is a standoff.
But Vampiro says, yeah, like a Mexican standoff. And Matt Stryker says, I didn't say it, you did.
Why is that a bad thing?
I don't know. But then Vampiro defends himself by saying, yeah, well, it's Lucha Underground.
Like, he's in the right here.
She's like, this is a Mexican promotion, you know? Like,
No, he literally says we're on the El Rey network
Yeah.
too, doesn't he?
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. And also,
How do you get ratioed by
I
Vampiro?
don't fucking know. But by the way, when Mr. Cisco was up on the ladder, sad little cholo that he was, he got tipped over off the ladder to the outside of the ring, on top of Big Rick and Cortez Castro, right? And like it's the camera shot is of Mr. Cisco falling, right? It's a massive spot of him falling to the outside, and there's a quick camera cut to the crowd, like for like a couple seconds, and it's on these ladies that are watching, right? Just like a group of women that
Oh,
are
I know
watching.
you're talking about. Yeah.
And then again, like the spot hasn't even finished. Like Mr. Cisco is still falling through the air as they cut away, And Matt Striker immediately gets distracted, and he just does a Val Venus impression and says, "Hello, ladies." Which is like, Mr. Cisco still hasn't even hit the ground, and you've already moved on from the spot.
The guy's dying.
He's like, I have not processed the spot. Mr. Cisco could be dead, but no, we're quoting Val Venus. That's cool.
The guy's in the process of being killed, and Matt Striker's like, "Yo,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Awesome."
And then it ends up being because now at that point the goons and Rick are all neutralized. By the way, we're doing a lot more like actual match recap this week because again, half the episode was a triple threat match, you know, and it was really good. But there's one point where it's just Puma and Mundo battling, and Puma ends up on the outside of the ring, okay, and Johnny Mundo just decides to tip over a ladder to fall on top of Puma, but how it lands is it perfectly lands around him. So like, you know,
oh my
like
gosh,
the little
she looks so
triangle.
scared too.
I know, the little Prince Puma was pissing his pants, you know, classic Trevor.
Like a little baby. That was more Trevor than Prince Puma.
It was a shoot.
Dude.
That was a shoot.
Crazy.
He was afraid the ladder was gonna fall on him.
But that's what's insane though. Like, how do you do that spot?
I don't know. You have to like, you have to have that placement like
crazy.
perfect for it to
That's
work.
geometry.
We're like, because again, he tips over the ladder and it falls perfectly around him to where he doesn't get hit.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
Do you think like he was preparing to get hit by the ladder? Or you think it was pinned
I'm
out
sure he was bracing for it just in case. I like to think though it's pre-recorded Lucha Underground, of course. They filmed that spot 25 times before they got it.
Well, they did that one spot with like John Morrison in like one of the Fed matches. I think it was like with Triple H, right? Where he's supposed to like go through a table and they messed up the spot.
No.
So they just did it again and they cut out like the part.
Well, they would always do that on SmackDown with like retapes and stuff and like sending people.
Suck though.
I
if you're in the
know.
crowd just watching them mess up a spot, see them do it again.
Yeah, it's a little messed up. It's a little messed up. Oh, by the way, I don't know how I forgot to mention this, but when again, this is the highlight of the match is Mr. Cisco on top of that ladder. He ends up like getting like terrified when he sees like Prince Puma or Johnny Mundo down below him, right?
Yeah.
And Vampiro says, "Look at his face. He's puckering up now." And Matt Striker says, "It's not his face that's puckering up."
Oh no, what's puckering?
I don't know.
Puckering, dude?
But it's like, come on, guys. Like we've done so good with commentary this episode. Let's keep it that way.
I
right?
think Matt was the one that was like lacking. It's crazy.
Yeah, Matt's the instigator.
Insane.
Honestly, Matt is the fucking little pervert.
Like,
and his energy.
I think Vampiro has been like improving on commentary. Matt's like, just not doing that great this episode. It's weird.
No, talking about puckering assholes. You're right, Steve.
Fucking asshole, women in the crowd.
Yeah. Hello, ladies.
Crazy.
And yeah. But at one point too, Mr. Cisco gets tossed from the poor Mr. Cisco gets tossed from the top turnbuckle through two tables on the outside by Johnny Mundo. This
that was sick. I like that.
Yeah, and this is also about the point in the match where Matt Striker says, "It's clobbering time for the urban thing."
What does that mean?
Matt Striker called Big Rick, and I quote,
He's urban.
"The urban thing."
Is that just racist?
Yes.
It's weird because like he didn't want to say Mexican, but urban
yeah.
to describe like a big black man is okay. Apparently.
As long as he can code the racial language, he's okay with it, you know? This is a very South American standoff.
I just don't relate to Big Rick, you know. I can't get behind him. He's a little too urban for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Urban thing. Cool. I think that nickname sticks. You know, I think that one's gonna last.
That's the urban thing, Big Rick.
I also got really sad about this point in the match too, because Matt Striker says it doesn't matter how big your podcast is. What matters is what's happening.
Podcast?
I don't know.
Who is he referencing?
I don't know.
No one in the ring has a podcast.
No, he's saying it doesn't matter how big your podcast is. What matters is what's happening right now in this ring, and it's what these men are doing in the ring that allows all you people with podcasts to have your job. Which is, I mean, true.
I mean,
like he's not
fair
wrong.
for us. Yeah.
Without Matt Striker being a pervert.
Well, who was talking about Lucha Underground though in podcast form like back then?
I mean, probably fucking like Dave and Wade Keller. I don't know anyone else, you know?
I don't
Sam
know.
Roberts? I don't think Matt Striker was taking shots at Sammy
The
Bram
Booker T podcast, he was talking about it.
Oh, that's probably what it was. Matt has heat with Booker T. I do too. I do too.
Took his job.
Yeah, true. It's true. This is true. And basically, we would get further into the match. Johnny Mundo ends up hitting the end of the world onto Big Rick, who's laying on top of a ladder. And then, following it up, Prince Puma hits a 630 senton, also on top of Big Rick.
Also looks cool.
And also, after a while, like Big Rick rolls to the outside. It's Johnny and it's Puma again, one-on-one. The crowd starts chanting, and I don't know, like maybe if they're fucking tired of the match. I don't know if they were into it. I couldn't really tell. But they start chanting, "Use the ladder, use the ladder." But like, I think they mean to win. Like, use the ladder and fucking like grab the briefcase. Which I don't, right? Like I couldn't, because the match was good. They were into it, but like, I guess they didn't climb the ladder that much.
Is it like a less marquee crowd where like they just don't care about spots?
They want the match over as soon as possible. All the room, the crowd is there for the payday.
Yeah, they want to make that one triple threat match like a few weeks ago where it's like 5 minutes long.
Hell yeah.
That's what they want.
Hell yeah. And so I honestly was not too sure, but they end up using the ladder for other stuff because they end up like setting it up in the corner, like having it resting on the second rope, and then
was pretty cool.
Puma teased the 630 senton onto Johnny Mundo on top of it, which I don't know if you can picture that in your head, but it was crazy.
He's gonna jump really high.
yeah, he does. But basically before he can do it, Big Rick interrupts, and he fucking does like an anti-air power bomb to Puma.
So sick.
And fucking
so cool.
Doesn't let go. He lifts Puma back up and then power bombs him on top of Johnny Mundo, who is still laying on top of the ladder.
That was so cool looking.
It was badass.
I love when people get bodied on ladders.
Exactly. And
it's crazy though, because like literally like a minute before this spot happened, Big Rick died to like 2 splashes on a ladder.
Yeah. I mean,
I just like stood up.
I mean, he's the urban thing. What do you want from him,
He's
man?
the urban thing.
He's the urban thing. He got powers
Not
you
enough
don't
damage.
know about.
He Austin Aries it, you know?
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Also, Big Rick just straight gorilla presses Prince Puma to the outside through a ladder. Like
that was so cool.
And like, you know, WWE, they always have those gimmick ladders where like you see like the like they have, for whatever reason, they have red wood inside the ladders at WWE. So whenever they break, you always see the red splinters pop out.
Maybe it's like cheaper.
I guess so, but it's like, dude, it's supposed to be metal. Why is there fucking red wood there? We can see it was gimmicked. But this one looked fucking crazy. Like, it looks like the ladder just crumbled, which I mean, I'm sure it fucking wasn't a shoot ladder breaking in half, but it
No, they just got a really rusty ladder. Like, poor Prince Puma's like rusting his body now.
So fucking old. Puma, because we don't see Puma for the rest of the match, by the way.
Yeah,
that's the last we heard of him.
Puma legit died.
Yeah, he had an open wound. We're never seeing him ever again in the temple.
That's crazy.
It's sad. It's unfortunate. But basically, Big Rick ends up deciding, okay, shit, my goons can't help me. I can't climb this ladder. I'm too heavy for it. Let me get 2 ladders. And so he ends up climbing with 1 foot on either ladder, making his way up. He's about to grab the briefcase, and that's when Johnny Mundo gets back into the match, Steven.
No way.
I know, it's crazy. And Johnny's being such a little dick, okay? Because it's confirmed for me, at least, as far as lore keeping goes, that Big Rick is afraid of heights. Big Rick is terrified of heights because Johnny Mundo just like when he's at the very bottom of the ladder, he doesn't go to tip either of the 2 ladders over to mess up Big Rick. He just shakes him a little and looks up at him like with a smile, like just trying to fucking freak him out. And it's working. Big Rick is
to
panicking.
be fair, it took him like 2 ladders to climb it, you know? Like,
yeah.
He's a very heavy man.
I would be terrified too if I were Big Rick. I would. But Johnny, like on his way up to stop Big Rick, he's in no rush because he just keeps stopping and wiggling the ladder to freak him out. It's a dick move. It's a dick move. But basically, Johnny he keeps ducking and weaving and bobbing all the punches that Big Rick is throwing at him to knock him down, and then just fucking kicks Big Rick in the balls between the 2 ladders.
And that kills him.
Yeah,
he's dead.
Big Rick falls. Big Rick falls to the ground. Johnny Mundo's up at the top. He's about to grab the briefcase when is that Pentagon
Some
Jr.?
dude.
It's
no,
it's not. It's someone in a Pentagon Jr. mask. Is that a that must be a fan. Why are we even filming this?
It's weird because Matt Striker sold it as like a legit fan just interrupting and not like a spot in a match. Like I assume like when these spots happen in real life, they're not supposed to like react to it that much. And Matt Striker did that. He's like no emotions. Like, is that a fan?
Yeah. Matt Striker like got quiet. Like he was very meta with it. He was like, is that a fan? Like, are we even shooting this? And it was like, okay. Spoilers, guys. It wasn't the fan. It was
Who was it?
It was a dude in a
didn't
Pentagon
get his
Junior
name.
mask. He takes it off and another goon. I don't know.
Who is it?
He's just another goon. He's just
Some guy.
Yeah,
What was the point taking off the mask? What was the point of the mask?
I don't know exactly. Like it was supposed to be
was
this
the point
grand
of this?
reveal. It sucked all the energy out of the temple, but he stops Johnny Mundo from getting the briefcase, tips him off the ladder, and it's like, what? Huh? And Vampiro says, "I've seen that guy around. I've seen that guy around."
What's his name?
We don't know. He never says. That's all the clarification we get is that Vampiro might have seen him one time. That's all we know about this guy.
He might have seen him.
Might have seen him one time. And so it
Might have
ends
been
up
there.
back being a 3-on-1 attack. With the goons and Big Rick attacking Johnny Mundo. But Johnny ends up like fucking working them all over. He gets rid of Rick. He knocks over the goons with the ladder. And then he climbs up to the top. And he wins anyways. I don't know why they had this guy debut. It made no sense. Johnny just won anyways.
That's like,
2 seconds later.
I think this debut wasn't as bad as Jay White's debut in AEW.
Was it not?
Unironically,
Hmm.
no.
Dude, why is this guy here? Who is he? And why does Vampiro know him? Okay.
You think it might have been just a fan? Like a legit just fan? Or is he like an actual dude?
I
don't
hope
know.
it was. A shoot fan got in and tipped Johnny Mundo off the ladder. That's
Just a really big
awesome.
mark for Pinsa and Big Rick.
Because in lore, like in storyline, Dario Cueto would love that. Dario Cueto would sign that man to an exclusive contract ASAP, you know? $100,000 signing bonus, easy.
It's causing violence for no
Exactly.
reason. Good for him.
He just gives the briefcase to the fan who interferes. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. But basically, after the match, Johnny Mundo, he has the briefcase. He's won his $100,000 that he wants, and Dario Cueto comes out and he says, "Johnny, I hope now that you have your $100,000 that we can establish a lucrative business relationship going forward between the two of us. But now, I'm gonna have to ask for you to give me my insurance policy back." Referring, of course, to the key that Johnny Mundo took from Dario, the mysterious key that he wears around his neck.
Right.
And Johnny Mundo's like, "What? That key to your little diary?" And he feels great about that joke. But no one reacts,
Dang.
unfortunately.
Dang, dude. It's 2014, Johnny.
I know,
come on.
right? It's like literally,
Come on,
if he
man.
journals, that's healthy. Like that's a good mental health practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like it's kind of lame of Johnny not to care about that.
Meanie.
Yeah, a little bit. Johnny says, Dario says, "You got paid. Now I want my key. Be a gentleman, Johnny. Be a gentleman. Do it, Johnny. Put it. Put it." He keeps saying "put it." Like I don't
Put it where?
Like I don't know.
Somewhere.
The implication, I believe, is around his neck, but that's not what he says. He does not say "put it around my neck." He says "put it, Johnny. Put it."
Put it,
Just so
Johnny.
fucking funny. Just-
Put it.
And Johnny, I guess he was also confused by what Dario meant. And he ends up fucking just punching him in the face. Johnny punches Dario in the face.
And he dies.
He dies. Dario
Yeah,
gets
Dario
knocked
just
out.
dies. Gets destroyed.
And Johnny Mundo decides, okay, I'm still a good guy, and he gives the now crippled Dario Cueto his key back. And Matt Striker says, next week, Johnny Mundo's gonna find himself on the Indies. And that's how the episode ends. Johnny Mundo is $100,000 richer and also without a job. So cool.
What a weird ending for a really good episode.
Yeah, it was, again, it's by far the best episode we've watched so far. I think the King Cuerno match was great. I think the Chavo match was great. I think this match was insane.
But the ending.
Why did
It was
that
just
guy
so weird.
debut? Like, why didn't you just end it with Johnny winning, like, the first time, you know?
Like, what was the point of
also,
that spot?
why
did he
is
pop
Mr.
in?
Cisco able to survive 3 falls from a ladder and also going through tables on the outside, but Prince Puma can't survive a 1 crash through a ladder? You know, like, again, I'd be fine with Prince Puma being taken out of commission by falling through the ladder.
I think it's just the common, like, you know, occurrence in Prince Puma's life where he just gets knocked down.
I guess so, and he
Really
doesn't get up
easily.
again. You know, it keeps him down. It's just so sad. It's so sad. But no, you're right.
Mr. Cisco, man, that's my boy right there.
Mr.
Dude.
Cisco's
That's my boy.
invincible, okay?
That's
He's
our-
my
that's our
little chulo,
boy, dude.
okay?
That's our boy.
We need Mr. Cisco
You're a real
t-shirts,
wrestling
is what we
fan?
need.
Name one Mr. Cisco match.
Honestly, name your top 5 Mr. Cisco moves.
That's gotta be a video, right? Top
There's
10 Mr. Cisco moves.
definitely a
Number
top-
10, jab. Right hand jab.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know he does the big boy senton, which is good. I like that. I like
Number
that.
1, big boy senton.
Let's go.
Number 2, falling.
Following. Which is also just a senton. It's the same clip of the same senton. For Mr. Cisco. We do.
Dude, I love him.
We need some Mr. Cisco merch ASAP, Steven.
We
Okay.
need to make shirts of him. We
We
gotta
do.
meet Mr. Cisco. What is he
We
doing
do.
now?
I can't imagine much. You know.
No.
I really can't. I cannot.
I love Mr. Cisco, bro.
And so yeah, that was the episode. Of, I don't even remember what it was called. Top of the Ladder. God damn, the episode was named after Mr. Cisco. Top of the Ladder. He spent more time at the top of that ladder than anyone else in that match. Okay.
Was he the one in the match itself?
This is a great.
Did Prince Puma ever climb the ladder ever?
I
Did he?
I don't think he did.
Do you think he knew the rules of the match?
That's
Like,
a great
canonically?
question.
Do you think he thought it was like a pinball
That's a
thing?
very, or maybe he knew. Maybe it's his deep lore, it's his big brain. He knew
Yeah.
he didn't want to win because the money would be going to Conan, that snake. You know,
That snake.
that snake. So
That was a good match. That was a good episode. Really good episode.
yeah, I think so too, Steven. I think
Really
so too.
enjoyed it.
I do as well. Like, this is the first time I've finished an episode of Lucha Underground, like on
Huh.
this rewatch at least, where I've been like, oh wow,
No, the first time.
I'm excited to watch the next episode. You know,
Mhm.
so
It's crazy, man.
yeah, next week we'll
I'm
be
so
back.
invested in Chavo the most out of everyone because I think
Let's
Chavo's
go.
insanely
I am
awesome.
very invested in Chavo. I want to know what Mexico does to him. The only thing
Does he
is,
get murdered?
I would imagine. But I just,
Mhm.
I want the Sexy Star stuff to be over with because it's like,
Sexy Star is so lame, dude.
just I want them to have their singles match, just one-on-one.
Uh-huh.
Let Sexy get the win, and just like let Chavo move on. Let him be a madman somewhere
Dude,
else.
Sexy Star is just not that entertaining. She's so boring. It's not like a sexism thing. She's just legit just really boring.
I mean, like she's
you know?
fine. Like it's just when look at the people they're putting her in the ring with. It's Pentagon
Yeah.
and Phoenix and Chavo, who are
And
very
she's
very
the
skilled.
boring. But like, she doesn't look that good. That's the
She's
thing.
been wrestling for like a year. She has weird gear that says "sexy" across her chest. It's just
She can't even speak English.
I mean, she can. She can't understand English. Is the thing. That's the tough part. That's the tough part.
That makes it okay. It's
Exactly.
okay. It's okay. It's your second language.
Exactly.
It's okay, man.
Plus, according to the lore that we established last week on this podcast, even the fact that Sexy Star cannot speak English makes her the best wrestler in the goddamn world. Okay, English is her second language, and she's still wrestling. Oh my god,
That's crazy, dude.
I know.
I would have given up at that point.
honestly. So, Steven, that was episode 7 of Lucha Underground. I think it's about time we move on to what was happening during that week in professional wrestling, if you see fit. But you're
Okay.
the host, so I don't wanna take your job.
You wanna go bwom?
I don't know. You're the host
Right now.
Do you want to?
Oh, bwom. Bwom. Hey, man.
Yo, Steven, what's up?
Hey, what happened this week in wrestling, dude?
Yo, you're asking what happened in the week of December 10th, 2014 in the world of professional wrestling? That's the question?
Yes.
Oh, man, I'm not going to answer your question.
Okay.
Not yet. Because instead, Steven, we received a different question to our email address just a few days ago.
What?
I'm not sure if you saw
Why didn't we
but
start off with this segment?
We got some fan mail. Why don't we start off with it? Because fucking, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just figured we could put it in here.
Yo, guys, email us at Following Lucha
At gmail.com.
gmail.com.
Or
We'll answer your
comment.
questions.
Comment on YouTube. Or comment on TikTok. Or send us a
We might not
DM.
respond to your comment on old videos because we won't see it, but
But still leave it anyways. We'll appreciate it. We'll appreciate it. But we got an email,
Yes.
Steven, from our dear friends over at the Return to the Temple podcast. One of the
yo,
other
their guys are so cool.
Well, yeah, one of the other Lucha Underground podcasts. I think the not ripoff one, but it might be the ripoff one.
They're the real one.
Oh, they're the
better
real one. Oh, let's go.
Mhm.
Which we haven't really done a deep dive into the Lucha Underground rivalry lore on this podcast yet, but I feel like we probably should one week and really just get into
the podcast or just us?
No, not us, like the other two that have like beef.
Oh,
Yeah, we should monetize and
all the 5
capitalize
listeners
on their
know what we're
drama.
talking about.
Yeah.
Not even 5.
So
Probably just like only us two.
yeah, exactly. But we got an email from these people over at that other podcast, and they said, "Hey guys, we haven't listened to any of your podcasts yet, but we still wanted to
Awesome.
get some free promo, so we emailed you a question that you can answer on the podcast."
Yo, that's awesome.
Yeah, they didn't say it in as
Thanks,
explicit
guys.
terms, but it's pretty clear. So the question they asked was, well, they said dream matches are boring, so I'd like to go a different route. Of all the wrestlers you've seen so far on Lucha Underground, who do you think would perform best on a competitive cooking show like Iron Chef?
Ooh.
Which,
that's a
like,
good one.
who the fuck has ever watched Iron Chef?
Okay.
What even is that?
So, Iron Chef isn't like, what's the one where like they chopped? It's not like chopped, right? Where like they cook by speed, is it? How does Iron Chef work again?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I've never watched it. I've never even heard of it until this email.
I think this is the age gap between us podcasters and
yeah,
those podcasters.
the generational gap, guys. We're here for the Gen Zers, okay?
We're the young boys.
Hell yeah, we are, okay?
Heck yeah.
We're the young boys taking this world by storm.
Time
Steven.
is now over, old man.
Time is on
We're
our
the
side.
podcasters.
You're old. Your body's frail. You're dying. Your life in this earth is temporary and fleeting, and you're not going to be around very much longer, and we're probably going to be around longer than you.
Unless we die early by natural causes or unnatural causes.
Which we hope doesn't happen, ideally. But if it does, so be it.
I'm okay with it.
I am too.
Fine with it.
You know? I
make our
absolutely...
podcast more popular.
Exactly.
By killing it.
Exactly. Do you want to fake your death again, Steven? Real quick?
Yes.
Okay, sick.
But, for the question, I think, of everyone
you've seen so far on Lucha Underground.
Maybe not Moretos, because that guy just eats rocks, right?
No, Moretos, he does. His diet consists primarily of rocks.
Probably, no, does Johnny Mundo cook? He cooks, right?
No, Johnny probably doesn't cook. Johnny's Hollywood guy.
Big Rick gets people to cook for him. Maybe Mr. Cisco. I think Mr. Cisco's
You know what? He probably
You know?
is. Mr. Cisco probably is paid to cook for Big Rick. You're
Big Rick doesn't
absolutely
cook,
right.
you know? Prince Mills from the street, he doesn't know how to cook, dude.
Yeah,
Okay?
well, no fucking dude beats up homeless people. He's too busy fucking beating up the homeless, the needy.
Sexy Star is like too progressive to cook, you know?
Exactly. Her place is not in the kitchen.
Like
it's in the wrestling
canonically,
ring.
yeah.
Of course.
Like, what's the other guy? M-Dog?
M-Dog Matt Cross, Son of Havoc? Ain't no way he
Son of
cooks.
Havoc?
Dude,
No,
does
that guy
not
eats
cook.
on the road, right? He eats burgers, like gas station food. That's what he eats, I assume.
Hell yeah. I think so.
I think it's Cisco. I think Cisco's the one.
I think it's
His
definitely
name
Mr. Cisco.
is literally a name for like the biggest like food distributor brand.
Yeah, no, you're right. You bring up a great point, Steven.
I think he is the one who cooks, right?
I think
so. I
so.
gotta say Mr. Cisco.
He has his own recipe for tomato sauce. You know, he cooks exclusively Italian food despite his heritage.
He's really good at making pasta, you know?
Yeah. Precisely. So, I think we're on the same page. It is motherfucking Mr. Cisco. I like how in the matter of like the past 15 minutes, Mr. Cisco has become one of our boys. Very cool.
He's our boys.
Awesome.
He's up there with Austin Theory.
Why is
and
Austin
Ricochet.
Theory? Every time you mention like, oh, our boys,
I don't
Ricochet.
know. I think
when have we even
one
talked about
time-
Austin Theory?
Because I think one time you said Theory, I said Austin? Like, oh. You're like, oh,
Bad.
That's funny.
Bad, no.
That's funny.
Our boys are fucking, it's Trevor, it's Mr. Cisco, and that might be it. Those might be our only boys.
Dominic?
Oh shit, Dominic. No,
Our boy
you're
Dominic?
Right. You're right.
Those are boys.
Dominic's
Those are the
definitely
boys
one
right
of
there,
our boys.
dude.
Marco Stunt.
My fraction.
Marco Stunt's the opposite of one of our boys. Marco Stunt is like
He's like the anti-boy, you know?
he's an anti-boy. We fucking hate Marco
He's
Stunt.
a bad boy.
Oh yeah, he is. He absolutely is. So
He also got cheated on by a very... But we're not supposed to talk
he
about
got cheated on by his girlfriend?
it.
Steven.
No.
Steven, no.
That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
That's so sad. I mean,
not
we
Will
can start
Smith,
the
it's
rumor.
okay.
Let's start the rumor. Let's just say it, you know?
Yeah?
Let's ruin his relationship. Let's do it. What do you know that we don't, Steven? What do you know that we don't?
You know a lot more than you think.
Thank you to what's it called, the Return to the Temple podcast for sending the question, and guys, go listen to them if you want to hear 2 recaps of Lucha Underground every week.
Hey, they're ahead of us by like 10 episodes.
Yeah, if you're as excited about episode 8 as we are, go and listen to their recap. You know, I
One's
dare
a
you.
teacher. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He likes
not a
watching
teacher.
cooking shows, from what I understand.
He has a girlfriend. We don't have a girlfriend.
We don't.
know?
Collectively, the two of us do not have a girlfriend, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But
that's a really big ratio,
it's a good point. It's a good point. But the only downside is they are very old. You do have to put up
Yes.
with that. You can
They're
hear it in their
boomers.
voice, the age. It's catching up to them, which is sad.
Our voice haven't even hit puberty yet, guys. That's why we're better.
No. It
Oh.
really hasn't. So, Steven, I think it's about time we actually get into what happened in the week of December 10th, 2014. How about it?
Yo, I'm excited.
Okay, so speaking of food, Steven,
Mhm.
you know Mick Foley, right? Hardcore legend.
I know him.
Former WWF champion.
Yeah?
You know.
Didn't he hate like that Mankind gimmick?
I don't think that was him. No, I think that was like Vader or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But basically, Mick Foley, he at this time in December of 2014 was recently announced and competed in a fruitcake eating competition in Santa Claus, Indiana. And this made local headlines because Mick Foley was flying into Santa Claus, Indiana, in order to compete in a fruitcake eating
Wait,
competition.
is the place called Santa Claus?
The city is called Santa Claus, Indiana, and they were hosting
What?
a fruitcake competition.
Is it like a Christmas city where like people go in for Christmas time, or is it just called Santa Claus?
I don't know, Stephen.
So
I know
random.
it's Mecca.
That's like when we said Gorilla City or whatever,
Yeah.
but it's like a real thing.
Santa Claus.
That's
You're
insane.
right. Yeah. Santa Claus is a real place. It's in Indiana, and it is the mecca of fruitcake eating, apparently. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And Mick Foley, this is his second time competing in the fruitcake eating competition, after his appearance in the 2013 comp. Okay. Which, Steven,
Okay.
let's go back. Let's talk about the history of the Santa Claus, Indiana fruitcake. Okay. Because in 2013, Mick Foley was originally declared the winner. However, moments later,
No,
his championship
don't tell me.
was stripped from him.
Don't tell
because
me.
they discovered a half-eaten fruitcake under his napkin that he did not finish.
No.
And as a result,
was that intentional?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh
if
my
Mick
gosh, we
Foley
gotta
could
ask him
cheat
about it.
We really do. We need to interview Mick Foley only about his fruitcake eating.
We asked for an interview. That's all we asked. Yo,
Exactly.
did you cheat or did you get screw jobbed? Was
Exactly.
this a Santa Claus screw job?
This is the Santa Claus screw job. First place was awarded instead to Kyle the Hammer Hanner, who
Fuck that guy, dude.
fuck Kyle Hanner, honestly.
Fuck Kyle. What's
Honestly.
a hammer? I don't even know what that is.
I don't either, but apparently he's very good at eating fruitcakes, better than Mick Foley, and he doesn't even have to cheat at it.
Humbug,
but
dude.
The
Humbug.
fact that Mick Foley cheated in a fruitcake eating competition and had the nerve, the balls to show up a year later, that says something, okay? Unfortunately for him, though, Mick Foley lost for real the second time. Kyle won
No.
again. Kyle is a 2-time champion of the Santa Claus fruitcake eating competition.
Man.
I know, it's devastating stuff.
Foley.
But this was how
Why?
packed of a news week it was in 2014.
Nothing happened on Raw this week?
I didn't check out Raw, man. I don't give a shit.
I do.
Which
I love
weird,
Raw.
very weird. And speaking of the competition food shows, The Miz, Eva Marie, Darren Young, and Cameron were all on Hell's Kitchen this week in wrestling.
Like as guest?
I don't know. I didn't do much research.
Or
I
as
simply read the
contestants?
headline. I don't.
Why
think-
did this match up with a question?
It's a really good question, Steven. And I don't know how I didn't make that connection in my head sooner. But yeah,
Why is Cameron there?
why is Darren Young there? Why
Well,
is,
Darren Young is like the gay rep,
was he out in 2014?
I don't know where he is. I remember like he was the first one to be out, right?
I do remember that. I just don't know if that was in
Yeah.
2014 or not.
Mhm.
But it was just, yeah, it's a weird bunch of people, and I don't think they were participants. But if they are, we need to watch that episode on this podcast because I
Yeah.
want to watch
What if
Cameron
they just
make
like?
food.
What if they were just judges for the last like 10 minutes and we just watched 10 minutes of Hell's Kitchen?
I mean, we can do that, I guess, but I don't
Yeah.
fucking, I don't. I feel a little underwhelmed watching just the results
There's so much
of the
to
cooking
watch,
show.
dude. We gotta watch Saturday Morning Slam. We gotta watch Superstars. We gotta watch Main Event. We gotta
Matt
In Your
Stryker-
House,
Matt
98.
Stryker's dating
We
show.
gotta watch Matt Stryker's dating show. We gotta watch
Knucklehead.
the show Johnny Nitro was in.
Yeah, of
So
course.
much, dude.
Of
So
course.
much we gotta watch.
I have another thing we have to add to our list too to watch, Steven.
The Page movie,
No.
the Grumpy Cat
Because
movie,
in the-
Leprechaun 1.
On December 10th of 2014, Steven,
Yeah.
Johnny Mundo was announced to be starring in a brand new animated film.
What movie?
The movie is called Russell Madness. And if
What?
you'd like a plot synopsis for this movie that Johnny Mundo was announced for, a
Uh-huh.
family flick from the creators of Air Bud and Air Buddies. A dog
Yo?
named Russell, adopted by a family that runs a wrestling arena with the help of a savvy monkey. Russell ascends to pro wrestling superstardom.
What?
And Johnny Mundo apparently plays the lead villain, fighting this dog. It's actually, I don't
Is this
know
movie about
if it's,
dog fighting?
I don't think it's animated actually. I want to take that back. I believe it's live action.
Uh-huh.
And yes.
You know what's crazy about these Air Bud movies?
Yeah?
I think Air Bud 2. You know, like when they have animals in movies, in the credits, they put like no animals were harmed during the making of this film.
Uh-huh. They don't do that
This
for Air
movie didn't
Bud?
have that.
I can promise you Russell Madness did not have it because when I was looking up, no one's fucking written reviews or done any like serious in-depth analysis of fucking Russell Madness.
What do
So
you
I
mean?
took
What do you
some
mean?
digging, but the one thing I found is that apparently
Uh-huh.
Johnny Mundo hits the Starship Pain on the fucking dog.
As a dog? Wait, is he fighting a dog?
He fights the dog. He fights
What?
Russell the dog.
How do you lose to a dog? Just punch it.
Well, fucking, he did more than punch it. He threw his entire body weight on the 14-pound dog.
Why are they beating up dogs?
I don't know.
Is it based in like Mexico? So it's like
No.
it's like more
no.
sketchy for them, or
It's an
no?
American wrestling family. They have a dog named Russell. They have a monkey
Uh-huh.
who's very savvy. And the savvy monkey
Monkey.
helps Russell become a wrestling star. What more explaining needs to be done?
Why would they make this movie?
Yeah. It's a good question.
Get it.
So
We gotta watch it though. This sounds
yeah,
awesome.
that's the really sad part is we definitely have to watch fucking WrestleMania now. Or
really
sorry,
isn't it
not
for the money,
WrestleMania.
huh?
It's Russell Madness, not WrestleMania. WrestleMania would make too much sense.
This movie sounds awesome. I want to see a dog get beaten up.
Yeah, honestly, me too. Me too,
What?
man.
What is this plot? Because Air Bud, it's like, oh, these dogs are playing basketball. That's really cute, right? But this one's like, this dog's fighting people in wrestling.
This dog is fighting grown men.
Not even like real wrestling, just like legit, just actual get hurt wrestling
Mhm,
in
mhm.
canon, right? I
Of
assume.
course, of course.
Unless they're going over like,
it's really meta.
unless they go over kayfabe. Maybe it's a kayfabe dog.
It's a cave. That's awesome.
This movie is so crazy.
Uh-huh.
I want to watch it.
I do too. I do. So the monkey smartens Russell up to the industry. Is that what it is? The monkey clues him in.
Is the dog a spot monkey? Does he do flips?
It's a great question. We'll have to find out.
I hope the dog does
Not
flips.
after fucking Johnny Mundo fucking had a Starship Pain on him, you know? Fucking broke every bone in
no.
that dog's body. He's dead. The
Is that how the dog loses the match?
I hope that's the end of the movie. Johnny Mundo hits a Starship Pain and kills
I
the
wanted
dog.
to see how they film it. How do they film that part? Do they get like a little doll and just lands on it?
How did they film it?
And put like a dog whimper sound effect over it?
No, they just have a bunch of the same dog, all stacked up, ready to go.
Oh
Poor
my God,
Russell.
that poor
Poor
Johnny
Russell.
Mundo.
Poor Johnny Mundo. People aren't talking enough about the emotional scars of Johnny Mundo having killed a dog,
Yeah.
you know? That does damage to a person. It does.
This movie's weird.
So right around this time as well, Steven, in December of 2014, over in Mexico, okay, in the
Okay.
company AAA, the company that owns and sort of runs Lucha Underground, they have a
Yo.
new world champion, a new AAA world champion, and that of Alberto El Patron.
Yo.
I mean, I guess.
That's cool.
Yeah, like,
Or whatever.
great.
Was,
but
was the crowd into it?
I didn't watch Alberto Del Rio win the AAA
What?
championship. I did
I
look
watched
on
him
Twitter.
return for the Royal Rumble, and that was like the weirdest like thing ever.
Yeah, I looked at a post on Twitter from the official AAA account when they tweeted out they had a new champion, and I had like 20 likes, which is real sad.
Oh,
Real
are people
sad.
into AAA?
I
Or-
mean, I don't think so. I've never met someone in my daily living being like, oh yes, I love watching AAA. The only show I can
Oh,
ever think of
no.
anyone's ever watched is AAA Mania, which people only watch that for the memes. Because do you remember that fucking? Did you watch the Triple Mania where they're
I don't watch wrestling.
Screw you. The official theme song. It was the Triple Mania. I'm pretty sure where Sexy Star broke Rosemary's arm. They had the official theme song of the event was "Sorry for Party Rockin'," the follow-up hit from LMFAO, Party Rock Anthem. Because they couldn't get the rights to Party Rock Anthem, they got the rights to "Sorry for Party Rockin'," and they played
song.
it constantly. At the beginning of the show, in between every match, during some of the matches, at the end of the show, during Steven, they played it constantly.
That's awesome.
Sorry
song,
for
dude.
Party Rockin'.
Party rockin'.
I've only ever heard that song in the context of that show. It's been 5 years and it's still in my head. Okay?
That's good. It did its job.
No, it didn't. It was supposed
Did
to.
they pay the licensing for this song?
Ain't no fucking way AAA paid the licensing. No way.
You think some like bored guy was like, "Hey, this song my daughter listens to it. It's really good, guys. You should put it in our event."
I think so. I think so.
That's crazy cool.
You know that LMFAO, Red Foo, and the other dude, Afro Jack or
broke
whatever
up?
his name is. Well, they're fucking nephew and uncle.
Yeah, you know.
They're
that.
no, I
That's how they got
literally,
big.
I just said it to you, man. That's
Yeah, that's
You
how
mean I
they got really big.
that's
You
not
know
how
their
they got
industry
really
plants?
big. They got.
You know their industry plants?
I don't care if they're industry plants. It's fucking mind blowing to me that these guys are related, and one's uncle and one's nephew. They look like
No,
they're
you're offended.
brothers.
You're a clown, dude. You're a clown.
I'm not a clown. This is.
You're a clown, dude.
You're a clown.
You're a clown, dude.
You're a clown.
No.
Yeah, you are. This is
Nah.
clown behavior from you right now, Steven.
Nah.
Yeah.
You're like the Joker, dude, but for wrestling.
Don't ever say that to me, man.
You wanna know how I got these scars?
You.
By wrestling.
We talked about it before the podcast. Joker jokes are
What do you
off limits. You can't do that.
No.
You can't do that. So.
Oh man, we live in a society, man.
We really
it's
do.
like lucha society, dude.
So Alberto Del Rio is AAA World Champion. Woohoo, I guess. I'm just a little sad because I think this means his transition to Lucha Underground is imminent. Yeah.
No.
I
There's like a
know.
clock countdown.
It really is.
X amount of days till Alberto del Patron.
El Patron.
And it slowly counts down.
Unfortunately. So also around this time, Steven, Impact is making their transition from, I believe it's Spike TV over to Destination America. And
That's
they're-
really bad.
Yeah, it's real bad. And actually, this in-between period where they're not on either network, they're just broadcasting on YouTube. So even worse.
Oh no, I know like now they're on Twitch
Mhm,
exclusively. Which is like really depressing,
I don't
you know?
think exclusively. Aren't they on TV again?
Well, for a bit.
Yeah, for like 2017 or
yeah.
whatever they were on Twitch. But
That's insane.
but basically with their transition over to Destination, they got a new logo. Then this is the modern logo that they still use, and it was the first ever logo of theirs that doesn't include the letters TNA. It just says Impact Wrestling.
That's pretty
So-
fair, you know. Like they had a history with a really bad name. Not
well,
bad name.
tits
just
and
like a
ass,
bad
Steven.
representation of a company.
Yeah, it's just kind of a weird thing to name your company after, you know?
Tits
like-
and ass?
Because like, why'd they do that? You know?
No, it's total non-stop action.
Oh no, you're right. My
Yeah.
bad. You're right. You're so right. Also around this time, WWE has just renamed their TLC pay-per-view for 2014. Steven, can you guess what they
Yo.
renamed it to?
WLC?
Not WLC, unfortunately. They've
Tables,
renamed
chairs?
the tables, ladders, and chairs
Uh-huh.
pay-per-view to tables, ladders, chairs,
Mhm.
and stairs.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep, because they announced a match between The Big Show, and Eric Rowan, which is obviously
It's
a
a
match
banger of a
worth
match.
changing the branding of an entire pay-per-view for. That you've
Wait, that was the only stairs match?
I fucking hope so. You
Oh
think
my
they're booking
God.
multiple stairs matches on TLC?
What are they gonna do with the stairs? Are they gonna like? They're big guys, right? Like, does it make that much of a difference?
They're massive guys, but what the? How many things can you do with stairs? What?
They could run on it. They could hit them with
Who's
it.
out of those two men? Out of Eric, Redbeard, and the Big Show, who is running on stairs?
Chokeslam on the stairs.
Who is
Big boot
out
up
of
the
those two men?
stairs.
Who is taking a choke slam on stairs?
Paul Wright.
Paul White. Yeah, you're right. Actually,
Paul
two
White show.
AEW stars actually in this match. Oh, good for them.
Oh
good
my
for them.
gosh, have you seen that like one like Reddit post? Like all these guys from this post from 10 years ago are no longer with the company.
No, it was
Like,
actually
yeah,
pretty
'cause it
crazy
was
though.
10 years ago.
But no, it was there was a post from I think it was like season 2 or maybe season 3 of NXT, and it was all the rookie, not the rookies, the pros on the stage.
Yeah.
Every
Oh, I know
single
what you're
one of
talking
them,
about, yeah.
except for the Miz, is in AEW now. You know, it was
But it's crazy because like they're like lined up in order.
yeah,
on
of how
appearance
they
for
ended up
AEW,
showing up. Yeah,
which
yeah.
is like insane. Like this is weird. Like maybe this is a glitch in the Matrix or like just real life foreshadowing. Like maybe we're not real, dude. Maybe Brian Kendrick was right.
Let's go.
I don't
Mike.
think we exist, dude. Okay, I think AEW is telling us to like wake up, man, from this dream that we're
It's
having,
feeding
man.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you bring up a really good point, Steven.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wake up.
It's feeding time.
It's feeding time.
Of course.
So what happened also this week, man?
What else happened? Well, I told you earlier, the Slammies happened.
Yo,
Which is
let's
good.
go.
Let's
Are you gonna go over the Slammies?
go. No, I only know who won one of the Slammies, okay?
No, we gotta look it up right now. We gotta look it up right now.
Fucking- Look at that. Might have actually been
Slammies.
the last time the Slammies happened because they haven't done them in forever.
Oh, no.
In forever.
Why not?
I don't know why. They just haven't. But the
Yeah.
one that I know, the one I know the result to is Wrestler of the Year because it went to Roman Reigns, Triple Chief, ooh-ah.
Really?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, it went to Roman. Which I thought was interesting
What
because
was he doing
Roman,
at this time.
for when he accepted his Slammy, that was him making his return. He hadn't been on television in 5 months. He was injured in September at a pay-per-view with
Oh.
Seth Rollins and had been out of action, and he made his
Okay.
big triumphant return, accepting a Slammy. Cool.
That's awesome, dude.
That's
Do you want me to
awesome.
go over the Slammy winners?
I am
have it up now.
so ready, Steven.
Alrighty. Raw Guest Star of the Year,
Let's go. Let's go. Do you have any predictions?
Hugh Jackman.
Oh.
Do you want me to do the nominations too?
Yeah, I'd appreciate the nominations, Steven.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Raw Guest Star of the Year. Who is your favorite?
Oh my
Larry the Cable Guy,
God. Ew.
Jerry Springer,
What?
Kevin Hart, Hugh
Oh.
Jackman,
Yo.
Betty White,
Yo! Let's go,
and
Betty.
the winner of the Slammy,
Betty.
Hugh Jackman.
Fuck. Betty got
Rivalry of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
The Shield versus Evolution.
That happened?
Daniel Bryan versus The Authority.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar versus John Cena.
Okay.
Rusev versus the United States.
Yo! Let's go! Who won that rivalry?
Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, that one too. that one
Wait,
too.
who did win that rivalry? What?
How did that fucking rivalry end? Is it still ongoing? Is this a
No.
7-year rivalry?
Wait, no, I think John Cena beat Rusev, right? To represent America, right? Was that how that worked?
Oh,
think.
maybe.
Oh,
You
and the
bring
winner,
up a
by the way,
good
is Daniel
point.
Bryan versus The Authority. Which I
And
would've
not
picked.
Rusev versus motherfucking America.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds so
but,
cool.
Wait, but Chavo and Lucha Underground, Chavo versus Mexico's a thing,
That's true. If
and this is
Lucha
Rusev
Underground
versus the United States.
had a poll right now and we had to vote on feud of the season, it would be Chavo v Mexico.
Chavo versus Mexico.
No doubt in my mind. But how did because I imagine the Slammies were real, right? Like they went
Yeah.
off the real results. So why did the fans
Well, aren't like some of them shoot like the superstar, I assume.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If the
Yeah.
fans got to decide, why the fuck did
Uh-huh.
they not choose Rusev versus America?
Versus
That is
America.
awesome. What the
That sounds
fuck?
amazing, dude.
Whatever. What's the next
Alright.
one?
Best couple of the year: Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella.
Oh my god, yeah.
Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
Boo.
Jimmy Uso and Naomi.
Were they even? They weren't even a
Tyson
couple
Kidd
on
and
TV.
Natalia.
What? Okay.
I think. Oh, and the winner is
Tyson.
Daniel Bryan and
Fuck.
Brie Bella. I would have picked Tyson Kidd and Natalia. Those guys are crazy on Total Divas.
Yeah,
man.
I wouldn't pick them. I watched them, and the day after their wedding, they fucking almost broke up. They don't like each other.
Did they almost break up?
Human beings, they simply don't like each other. At least this is circa 2014. They just they have personalities that don't match. TJ's a
Tyson's
like
a
chill
really
guy.
chill dude.
Natalia's fucking insane lady.
She's an insane cat woman.
Yeah. That's
Like a
the
legit
issue.
insane cat person. It's insane.
Remember that time Natalia tried to hook up her sister with Big E, and like they started like bouncing chest in the hot tub? If that makes sense. Yeah. You don't.
No.
And
what?
then it was a recurring theme over like the next couple seasons that Big E and
He has big boobs, right?
Big E has big boobs, and also that he really enjoyed the company of Natalia's sister, Jenny Neidhart.
You know, Big E's like celebrity crush is some ballerina. I learned that the other day on TikTok.
His celebrity crush is Finn Balor?
No. It was like, who's your celebrity crush? Big E's like, this random ballerina chick.
Oh,
Look her up,
random
guys.
ballerina chick. I see.
Yeah.
Mine's
so good for
Finn
Big E.
Balor.
Good for Big
I
E.
was just projecting.
Mine's Finn Balor too.
Yeah. What's the who ended up winning couple of the year?
Animal. Oh, what was that?
Who won couple of the year?
Daniel Bryan, Brie Bella.
Okay, at least
I wouldn't have picked that. I would have picked Tyson Kidd and Natalia because I think it's funny.
Yeah. So
Animal of the year.
okay.
Gator. And in parentheses, Hornswoggle.
What?
El Torito.
No, go run
Gator.
that one back for me.
Gator.
Like
In parentheses, Hornswoggle.
was Hornswoggle a part of Slater Gator?
I don't know. I hope so.
What?
I hope so.
This is fucked up, by the way, because I heard the second nomination is El Torito.
El Torito.
They cannot have a Best Little Person award and call it
Well, he's
Best
a bull.
Animal Award.
He's a bull.
You can't do that. You can't have an award
Canonically.
say Best Animal and then only give it to
Okay.
little people. That's fucked
What
up.
do you mean? The bunny. And you're gonna love this one.
Okay, Bunny's not a
Grumpy
little person.
cat. And the Slammy goes to the bunny.
Fuck.
Fuck. How did Grumpy Cat not win, dude? Grumpy Cat has been in the scene for years, dude, at this point, right? Like
Grumpy
almost a decade, dude,
Cat
of experience, man.
Saved
Of being
Monday
an
Night
animal.
Raw. Grumpy Cat saved Monday Night Raw single-handedly, okay? It was a
Bruh.
sinking ship.
Rigged,
Rigged.
dude.
Rigged. Fucked up. Rigged.
Fuck this shit,
Hornswoggle's
dude.
not even an animal, okay?
The bunny's not even an animal.
That's a good point. Poor fucking
Or El
Grumpy Cat.
Torito. Wait, Grumpy Cat's the only animal in this
We should
list.
posthumously induct Grumpy Cat into the WWE Hall of Fame because
Hell
of this.
yeah.
Right alongside Chad
Hell
Gaspar.
yeah.
It's
Let's
Grumpy Cat and
go.
Chad. Two heroes.
Alright.
Mhm.
Fraction of the year. The Authority.
Yo.
The Wyatt family. The Shield. The Rosebuds.
I don't even.
I think the Rosebuds have this, dude.
Yeah,
okay.
probably.
They had Braun Strowman. you
Honestly,
know?
this is probably the most stacked faction out of all of them. To be fair, like, fucking.
Like, legit.
yeah.
They have the winner of Animal of the Year, the bunny in it too. You know.
Let's go.
You know.
You
Like,
were
it's
so
pretty
right.
stacked.
So who
And
won?
the winner of Fraction of the Year is the Shield.
Boo.
Boo.
They're not even a faction anymore. They were a faction
Yeah,
for
who
like
got
3
the
months.
award?
I
Because
don't
they broke
know.
up by this time.
That's a good point. Probably Seth. Seth
Really
was the bad
Seth,
guy.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the Shield leader.
True.
And Best Actor, The Miz,
Okay.
Batista,
Okay.
The Rock, Damien Mizdow.
Yo. Okay, so this is when we find out whether or not it's the fans voting. Because if it
Uh-huh.
is, we know
Damien
who it's
Mizdow.
going to. Okay.
And the winner of the Slammy goes to The Rock.
This is the most boring shit ever.
What? What do
Why-
you mean?
You could have given a Slammy to Damien Mizdow,
What
and you
movie
chose
was Damien Mizdow in?
Dwayne?
What movie was he in? What is his acting career? What's his resume, dude? What? Name one movie.
What is
with Mizdow.
motherfucking Bunny's resume as an animal? Okay.
He's a bunny.
No, he's not.
How did he beat an actual animal? That's crazy.
This is some messed up shit. Whatever. Next one. Move on. Next topic.
tweet it. Who has the best Twitter handle, aka social champion?
Not even who has the best Twitter page, not who had the best tweet. Who has the best
Twitter
handle? Okay.
And your nominations are at Heel Ziggler,
That's obvious.
at John Cena,
Oh, yeah, probably that one.
at Zack Ryder, at Ryback22.
we know the winner. We know the winner.
The big boy! That's my boy!
Let's go.
At Bella Twins. Alright, do you have any predictions?
Oh, the big guy all the way.
And the Slammy goes to Heel Ziggler.
Well, yeah,
Those are pretty,
motherfucker,
like-
he's the only one with a non just
I don't know, man.
first and last legal name.
Ryback22. It's pretty good.
Ryback22 is pretty damn great.
That's
You're right.
so funny.
You're absolutely right.
Okay. Anti-gravity moment of the year. Which
Fuck
high-flying moment are you still coming down from? Adrian Neville's Red Arrow. I don't know which one. Just one of them.
Okay.
Dean Ambrose's dive onto Lumberjacks at SummerSlam.
Oh, everyone remembers that.
Seth Rollins dies off a balcony at WWE Payback.
Okay.
I don't remember that either. Kofi Kingston in the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, from 2022? True.
I don't know which one. Any predictions? Also, I love how Adrian Neville doesn't get any, like, pay-per-view title, like, the context of his Red Arrow. It just says Red Arrow.
The Red Arrow.
Yeah. So what do you think, Juan? What do you think, Juan, man?
Yeah, that's such a great question. Fuck, I don't know. This is a real tough one. I imagine it's a tight race.
The Slammy goes to
Dean,
Seth
Dean,
Rollins
Dean.
dives off the balcony at WWE Payback.
Damn it. Where is there a balcony even in an arena? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Like, it's
I
not
don't
a
know.
theater.
I don't remember Payback at all.
No, not even a little bit.
Couldn't be honest.
Okay, well,
So
cool,
the
I
next
guess.
one,
Mhm.
NXT Superstar of the Year. Who do you think has taken NXT by storm?
Bo.
Adrian Neville, Sami Zayn, Tyler Breeze,
Yo.
The Ascension.
Boo.
Who do you think?
Tyler.
Right? Tyler?
Yeah. Why? I don't know why I just did Chavo's entrance
That's
music.
his theme,
Why was I
what?
doing that? What? What's?
And the
Look,
Slammy
everyone,
goes to.
It's Tyler. That's what it is. My bad.
This theme is so good, by the way.
It
I love
is.
theme. The Slammy goes to
Tyler.
Sami Zayn.
Boo.
Boo. He got injured on his debut. What a
Rightfully
nerd, dude.
so. Fucking asshole stole it from
Slamming
Tyler.
his hand on a stair.
What an idiot. What an idiot. This is why those stairs matches are so dangerous. This is why they only did it 1 year.
That's why they're banned. Fan Participation Award. Which is the most resounding chant? You sold out. Seth Rollins.
I don't want them to put context. I don't want to know who it's directed at. I just want the chance.
You don't want the context? $9.99.
Yo.
We the people.
True.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Yeah, I love when the crowd used to chant that. I'm afraid I got bad news. I'm afraid I got bad news. I'm afraid I got bad news. The fuck?
He's got the whole world in his hands.
Okay, that one I
That was
like.
pretty
That
good,
one I
pretty
like.
good. Who do you think
Oh,
won?
that's it? Oh, probably fucking the bad news chant that we all used to do.
I'm afraid you got some news.
I'm afraid bad guy. I'm
I'm
afraid.
Bad news. I'm afraid. The winner of this Slammy is. It goes to you sold out. Seth Rollins.
Okay.
Also, do you know who they quoted for $9.99?
I imagine the Authority, right?
The WWE Network.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Who would have picked that award if they won? You know? The WWE Network's not a wrestler or a person.
That's a great question.
It's just the streaming service.
That's awesome. Okay.
So, double cross of the year. Whose turn turned your head like
This is
no
not-
other?
There's no reason for this to be a category. There should be one nominee, and it's fucking Seth.
Big Show?
Oh, you're
No,
right.
Big Show, yeah. The Authority turns on Randy Orton on Raw. Seth Rollins betrays the Shield and joins the Authority on Raw. Nikki Bella betrays her twin sister Brie at SummerSlam. What's the promo of like the third Bella twin?
Alicia Fox?
That's the third Bella twin.
You know T Bella?
Mark Henry turns on his friend
Mark
Big Show
Henry's
on
the
Raw.
third Bella twin? Holy fuck.
I mean, it's pretty obvious who wins this one, right?
Yeah, true.
It was Mark Henry.
Let's go.
It was Seth.
Oh, damn it.
Fan Participation Award. Which is the most resounding chant? Hashtag
Motherfucker, we just
Occupy
did
Raw.
this shit.
No, that was Twitter headline or Twitter username.
No. Heel Ziggler won the handle. The resounding chant was you sold out.
This is the hashtag. This is hashtag.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So hashtag Occupy Raw. I don't know what that means.
It was when Daniel Bryan took over and he had all the fans get into the ring. Remember?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hashtag RQ out of nowhere.
I love that hashtag. I put it on the end of all my tweets.
Hashtag Moscow Moose Knuckle.
That one too.
Who's saying Moscow Moose Knuckle?
You already know. Hashtag Moscow Moose Knuckle.
Whose thing was that?
Who is using that for engagement? Who is like, oh shit, I gotta get some eyes on this post. Let me fucking tag the Moscow Moose Knuckle.
Hashtag Eat, Sleep, Suplex, Repeat. Or hashtag 999.
Does that one even work? Doesn't the little dot fuck up the hashtag? There's no way. It's just hashtag 911. Oh, I guess not. It'd be 999, but still close enough.
And the Slammy goes to RQ out of nowhere.
Wow. Oh boy. I fucking hate it because I'm gonna have to put that at the end of all the TikToks this week now.
Hashtag Moscow Moose Knuckle.
All of them, yeah.
Give me the first one.
Hashtag 99.9. Cool.
Okay, so this is Breakout Star of the Year. Who shined the brightest?
Fucking, I already know this one. We got this answer earlier. It's fucking Ray Phoenix.
No, we didn't.
It's Ray Phoenix.
Oh, you're right. We did get it earlier. Roman Reigns. Paige. Did she debut in 2014?
If it's her, if she did, she better win.
Dean Ambrose.
Okay.
Or Seth Rollins. Which is crazy because, like, 3 of these guys already debuted. Like, before the year.
For some reason, in my mind, I remember Seth winning multiple Slammys. And so I feel like this might be him.
Well, you're wrong.
Fuck.
Because the Slammy goes to Dean Ambrose. And it'd be like, and then just loops after that.
Okay. I mean, cool, I guess.
So WWE Tag Team of the Year. Which superstar? Superstar, not plural.
Probably Slater Gator.
Did it best. Gold and Stardust.
Oh, of course.
The Usos.
Mm-hmm.
I assume this is before day 1-ish, so like, I don't really care.
Yeah, no, this is still the little tribal chant.
Los Matadors with El Torito.
Yo.
Slater Gator with Mini Gator.
Yo! I was about to say they better have Mini Gator with us.
Let's go! Oh, and the Miz and Damien Mizdow, whatever.
Yeah.
Who
Imagine
won?
dressing up Hornswoggle as an alligator and being like, yo, dude, you're with us now.
You're like a 30-year-old. You're like a 30-year-old man. Wear this suit of a gator.
Because it wasn't even a well-established tag team. Like there was nothing alligator, and like what?
It worked with like one man. It worked with like the 3MB, right? But like, was it like a Superstars gimmick or like a main event gimmick?
I don't fucking know.
I didn't realize Slater Gator was that important. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember them at
made that
all.
as a joke. I didn't think they were gonna be nominated, especially not with
can you guess
fucking
who wins?
mini Gator.
Can you guess who wins though?
I don't. I'd probably Mizdow.
It's the Usos.
Why? They were so lame back then.
Tell me you didn't just say that. Who
Tell
delivered
me
the
you
insult
did not
of the
just
year?
say that. You're supposed to do it in a Booker
Nikki.
T voice. No, don't tell me. Don't tell me, Steven. Don't tell me.
No! Nikki Bella tells Brie that she was Brie tied in the womb.
No! How? That better win. That better fucking win. Oh my
Paul
god.
Heyman raps on John Cena on Raw. Chris Jericho insults the Authority after Stephanie McMahon's arrest. The Rock insults Rusev and Lana. So how do you feel about these?
Shit, The Rock's
How do you
gonna
feel
win.
about these?
These fucking people only know The Rock, okay? They fucking voted him best movie star. He's winning this shit. Because he made some
Yeah, he did
joke
win.
about
He
wanting
won,
to
he
fuck
won.
Lana, didn't he? About like, hey, here's my
Yeah,
hotel
he's
key. Come to
Well,
my
isn't
hotel
like
later.
every promo of Rusev like, hey, Lana's really hot, I want to fuck her.
I mean, true. But like,
It's fair.
and
fair.
it's The Rock too. God damn it. Poor Rusev.
I mean, he did win. He did win though. He did win for his insult.
He lost to
How
America.
did Nikki Bella telling Brie to die in the womb not win?
Dude, what? How did they get the green light to not only get that on television, but to also bring it up and nominate it for an award? It's like 6 months later. That's insane.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That was
Cool.
promo of the year. That was her pipe bomb, dude.
I wish you died in.
That was her Austin 316 promo right there.
Oh my Christ.
This is awesome moment of the year, presented by WWE Tag Team Champions The Miz and Damian Mizdow and Seth Green.
I'm sorry, I can't get over it because it's so much. It's so severe. It's not like I wish you were never born. No, I wish you were conceived. I wish you were a little fetus right alongside me, and that you didn't make it. That your little fetus stopped beating. Your heart stopped. You dead, cold little baby. But that's fucked up. Why would they
What a
say
heel,
that?
dude. What a heel.
Oh my god. Okay, continue.
Sting debuts to help Team Cena defeat Team Authority. Yes Movement occupies Raw. Stephanie McMahon gets arrested and taken away on Raw. Hulk Hogan, The Rock, and Stone Cold Steve Austin meet at WrestleMania 30. These are pretty lame, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, man.
Winner is Sting debuting.
Let's go. Hashtag Sting. What's next?
Surprise return of the year, presented by John Laurinaitis. The Ultimate Warrior
No, you have
turns
to
WWE.
you have to do it in a Johnny Ace voice.
Oh. The Ultimate Warrior returns to WWE at WrestleMania 30, Raw and WWE Hall of Fame. And then he died right after that.
No.
Hulk Hogan returns as the guest host of WrestleMania 30 on Raw. Unless you're an African American wrestler, you hated that.
He wasn't openly racist yet.
No, that was when the leaks happened.
No.
Was it not?
No, leaks happened 2016, I'm pretty sure. 2015,
Oh, okay.
2016.
Batista returns to Raw. The Rock returns to interrupt Rusev and Lana on Raw. It was such a great segment. That was my favorite Rock
That was my
segment,
favorite surprise.
dude. Who won? Who didn't even go on?
I'm gonna venture out on a limb here. I'm gonna guess it was The Rock, Steven.
No.
Yo,
it was the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, it was a
I
surprise
mean, he did
that
die.
dude
You kinda
fucking
had to
died.
win.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
kind of crazy. He predicted that shit. Kinda crazy.
Gee, shocking moment of the year. Presented by-
Ultimate Warrior coming out on Raw.
No. That was my OMG moment of the year. Okay. Presented by Santino Marella. Brock Lesnar defeats The Undertaker WrestleMania streak at WrestleMania 30.
Okay.
Seth Rollins turns on the Shield on Raw. Bray Wyatt's choir surrounds John Cena inside the steel ring on Raw. I forgot that happened.
What an OMG moment.
Nikki Bella turns on Brie Bella.
What an OMG moment. I screamed OMG when that happened.
I cried when I saw Nikki Bella turn on Brie Bella. Can you guess which one? I think it's pretty obvious, right?
Oh yeah, probably Nikki and Brie.
Right.
Okay, next topic.
It was Brock Lesnar.
Oh,
Worse. WWE Diva of the Year, presented by Jerry Lawler. What?
Puppies. You know.
Puppies. AJ Lee, Paige, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella.
What a deep pool we got here.
Yeah, man, where's my Alicia Fox, dude? Mom, there's Bella twin.
Where is Mark Henry, my favorite Bella twin?
Can you guess who wins? I think she wins every year too for this award.
Jesus
That
Christ,
she's
what?
nominated in.
Oh, that she's nominated?
Yeah,
Probably
the winner.
AJ then, if you say that.
Mhm.
Okay. I should have
Because
been
like
Nikki.
she was like legit the only good wrestler for a bit, right, on the Divas roster.
I mean, I guess, but Paige debuted, you know?
True. Well, she already won.
I guess so. I guess so.
Well, Paige's booking was so weird her first like year too.
It was.
Wasn't it?
Until...
Low moment of the year,
Mhm.
presented by Adam Rose. Damien Mizdow is the Miz stunt double. Mr. T thanks his mother at 2014 WWE Hall of... Why is it a low moment?
Yo, remember that time Mr. T had a touching tribute to his mom in the Hall of Fame? That shit made me laugh out
What?
loud, bro.
What? Vicky Guerrero throws Stephanie McMahon in a pool of pudding on Raw.
I remember
El
that.
Torito versus Hornswoggle.
I
VLT.
laughed the entire way through that match. You see how little they were? Holy
That-
shit. I'm
Okay, you wanna
recording
take your
again.
ring real quick?
Shut up. Hold on. Hey guys, we're back. Steven decided he wanted to ruin the show and knocked out his internet box. Steven, speak for yourself.
Hey, what up? It's me, Phone Steven.
Yeah, Phone Steven fucking sucks.
I'm sorry.
What were we even talking about? We're gonna fucking try to wrap this shit up as quick as possible so we can get this over
Okay.
with. But what were
Okay,
we...
match of the year.
Yeah, just tell me the
Right.
results. I don't need the nominees anymore. Just tell me the results.
Team Cena versus Team Authority 5-on-5 Church Elimination Chamber match at Survivor Series.
They had an elimination chamber match at Survivor Series? Holy shit.
No. Extreme moment of the year. Jericho connects his crossbody on Bray Wyatt from the top of a steel cage on Raw.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, that won over the suplexes, by the way. WWE Superstar of the Year, Roman Reigns. There you go.
Yay. And we already knew that one. Awesome, Steven. Thank you so
Okay,
much. Thank you so much.
That's the Slammies.
Yay. I love the Slammies 2014. Shout out to Grumpy Cat and Brie Bella. You know, I love
You
them.
guys should follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
You should, Steven, we had one more news story, by the way, from 2014. Do you want me to tell you about it?
Fuck, you just record yourself.
No, I'm just going to tell you about it right now. CM Punk
Okay,
was on The Art of Wrestling again with Colt Cabana. He was on 2 weeks in a row. Last week was his infamous one where he talks about the doctors and why he left WWE. He was on it again. This one was like a way more...
Cared.
Yeah, no less people cared. It was just like a conversation with him and Colt Cabana, and he shit all over Michael Hayes, which I thought was funny. And then he also... Oh, by the way, CM Punk signed with the UFC. I don't know if you heard.
Oh, very good for him, yeah.
You're just a robot, Steven. But I hope you're excited about CM Punk and the UFC. I'm excited about what he might be able to do. They announced it at UFC 181. It was actually Joe Rogan that announced it. And yeah, the Green Power Ranger like challenged him to a fight, which is crazy. Oh, poor sweet Steven. Poor sweet Steven. Okay, well, Steven, I'm gonna wrap things up here.
Yes.
I know you're the host. I guess I forgot I'm on camera right now, but I'm on camera. I've not been looking at the camera. And your camera is, it's just Discord. It says the names of Chargle, Tiger, Grayson, so many
That's
people.
awesome.
And then there's a tweet with Penny from the Six Flags performance, which is really
You
cool.
gotta cut this part out. This is awful.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, Steven. Well, yeah, I think this has been... Steven, why do you keep clicking your pen? It's so loud. You idiot. You idiot. Yes, it's so loud. It's been loud this entire time. I just...
Realize.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Following Lucha. A very scuffed ending. Otherwise, though, WrestleMania happened. We might have a new episode up in the next couple of days recapping all of that. We will, of course, be there live. Otherwise, Steven, is there anything else you have to say this week on Following Lucha?
Be excited for next week's episode. Follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Like us on Facebook. Follow
Please.
us on Twitter.
We need the TikTok views. They haven't been that great this week.
Yeah, honestly, guys, we're falling off on TikTok. We really need your help. We need your support. Show up in big numbers. We need this. We need this. Also, leave a rating and a review. I don't think we've ever asked for that, but leave a rating and leave a review with whatever platform you listen to us with on, like Spotify or iTunes. I think that's supposed to help us, so that could be cool. Otherwise, yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. Fuck you, Steven, for ruining this. Otherwise, yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.